so excited. Why am I excited? Well, it's a launch day. And you had a chance. Oh, yes, this is my excited launch day dance. I'm not sure what that is. You had a chance to get hold of these last night, and get hold of them you did in your droves. And we promised you, didn't we? More inspiration, more education, more sharing of ideas. And I am so pleased we did, because the queen of that. When I think about floral animals, I mean, I do think about Debbie Robinson, because if anyone can rock an animal print, then it is this beautiful lady. How are you, Debbie? I haven't seen your work with you in what feels like forever, may I say.
It definitely does, and I'm so happy to be back. That's all I'm going to say, Joe. I'm really, really happy to be back. And boy, have I come back with a bang, because I've got a great day lined up with you. But we are kick-starting things today with the most fabulous collection. I'm actually a little bit cross with our Sarah. She wasn't supposed to be doing a sneaky peek yesterday. She gazumped you, didn't she? Well, she did. She gazumped me right at the last minute. But we've got the launch of these fabulous, the official launch, I'm going to call it, of these fabulous dies. And I love anything to do with animals, any animals, apart from those little creepy crawlies. But I love any animals, but don't worry, I haven't got any of them in this collection. But we've got, I can't wait to show you what I've got lined up. I have got so much lined up. I don't know if you saw my Facebook post last night, but we're going to try and cover lots of different things, from different style cards to going up to one of my favourite things that I love to do, which is a light up box.
Oh,
and that's what we're going to do towards in this show as well. So we've got lots planned, but let's just take a moment to just enjoy this beautiful, beautiful collection. I'm going to throw you back to Joe. I'm going to get you some samples ready so that you can see just what I'm talking about.
I'm so excited, because Debbie's light up box is well documented, so I can't wait to see that a little bit later in the show. Now, it was very busy yesterday. I know that 10% of the stock has already gone on the pre-sale, so I know that the also thing I said would mention is, before we get right into it, what am I thinking? How rude. How rude of me. I haven't even said hello to anyone. What am I thinking? What am I like? I don't say it when you're not here, Debbie. I feel that you've got that what am I like energy resonating off of you. Michelle Knits for You says, good morning, everyone. Mary saying hello and good morning from Tennessee. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm well. Are you well, Debbie?
I'm fine, thank you very much, Joe. Took a little bit of time getting up here, but I'm fine. I'm here.
Oh, it was very snowy. We're going to share snow pics with you very, very shortly. Susan Rushton, thank you for the beautiful Valentine's cards. There's a Valentine's card in the green room for you, Debbie, from Susan Rushton. You must get it with a gorgeous letter before you go. And there might even be a bit of candy in there as well. Iliane Rivera is in. I can see Mary, Laquetta, Beth, Mariah, Georgianne. Georgianne says she's missed you. I know we all have. April's here, Josie and Michelle as well, saying good morning. I know that some of you already got these and have them in your possession from when they launched over on HSN. If you're one of those people, I'd love to see some pictures of what you have made, please. We love it when we're able to share your creativity. You can email us those pictures, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. If you want to have a bit of a gossip, you want to chat along, you want to share ideas with not me, but the whole of the crafty community, you can do that either over on Facebook, on Crafters TV, that's the page you want to make sure you're commenting on, or across on YouTube by searching Crafters Companion, which is fantastic. So let's dive in and let's share with you the details of the collection, because it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, it's a really fantastic concept. What you've got is this half floral, half sort of lifelike animals that you've got. So you've got the biggish Schmetterling, an absolutely massive butterfly there. I know Debbie, I have a feeling this might be Debbie's favourite one. I don't know what tells me that. We've also got the stag. Now, what I love about these is the amount of aperture that you've got. An aperture, it means playtime, doesn't it? It means inks, it means glitter cards, it means mirror card, matte mirror, it means paper piecing. Oh, the possibilities are endless with these. You've got the hare, and you've also got the wolf as well. I know Sarah did a bit of paper piecing with this. Lots of you have been paper piecing this particular design. Now, £31.96 or £44.98 to get, in effect, what are 4 creator card dies, I think is absolutely incredible value for money. Do you want to use your Club Inspire discount on top of that as well? Go on, we'll let you. Platinum members, $25.57 if you want to get that, or $37.58, which is incredible value for money. I'm not going to show you any samples, because you know what? I've got lots of those coming up later in the show. 15% now has gone. If you want to get in and place your order right away, You know what to do, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Get over there and click shop the show, because I have got fancy fonts. I have got loads and loads of great things that are going to elevate your project from hunky-dory. I'm talking about rolls, I've got mists, there's gemstones, there's all sorts. There are great paper pads, there are some wonderful inks, there's lots of stuff in the show that I'd love you to get a chance to shop ahead on, and you do that by clicking the shop the show button on our home screen. Right, lots of snow, Debbie, isn't there here today? Loads and loads and loads. We're going to show you the snow a little bit later. Feel free to send us in your snow pictures as well. We do, Johnny, does anyone loves a snow picture, Debbie? It is our Johnny. I love these, Debbie, just because of the sheer amount of versatility they offer you. They are incredibly versatile, aren't they?
Absolutely they are, which means you can take them into all different types of crafting, whether you love different fancy shape cards, whether you love box making, whether you want to add this to things like your photo albums, your scrapbooking pages, home decor. I mean, this one, the stag, is just incredible. I love the design of this. And you were right, Joe, in saying the versatility, because you've got two pieces to this part, where you've got the matte part and you've also got this gorgeous filigree design where you've got, it's almost like it's peeking behind a wall bed of flowers, is how I describe these.
Oh,
it's
I
like
love that.
You know where you peek and round a corner and you've got like some shrubs or things or something in front of you. It's got that lovely echo of that throughout this collection, and I just adore them. So that one's a beautiful easel card, but look at the colours. Think of all the things that you own in your crafty stash and what you can do. I love this one because the colours are beautiful, really beautiful, very vibrant, but again, look really striking. Though, I mean, look, let's take a look at him for a minute. Look how gorgeous this wolf is. I adore him.
Oh,
I'm going to actually
wonderful.
kickstart with this, and I'm doing something
It makes me want to. It makes me want to do.
What do you want to do?
Ow, 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 ow! It makes me want to do that noise, Debbie.
I thought you were going to say dance with wolves. I thought that's what you were going to say, dance with some wolves, Joe.
Oh.
But honestly, these are just beautiful. Any, like I said, look at this. This is a really big card we've got here, but how gorgeous it makes. So think of all the things that you've got in your collection and how these are going to work with it. So this is coming from the Sarah Signature collection a couple of years back, that beautiful Christmas, I can't remember what it called.
Fairy garden?
Yes,
Do you believe in fairies, Debbie?
Equivalent to that, weren't it?
Do you
But
believe
yeah,
in
just
fairies?
think of all the things that you've got in your crafty stash, the papers that you've got in there that you can use as well. But then you can keep it really subtle, these lovely colours here. How gorgeous is this one? That beautiful rabbit there is absolutely gorgeous. And then again, box making, take it into your box making. We're going to cover this. Joe, this one's being made for you, this one. It's a shaker box.
Shaker box.
A shaker box.
Shaker box.
Bet. I love it. I just love the butterfly. You know what I'm like with butterflies. But the fact that you've got this part of the wing that cuts out, and then the lovely detail on here is other parts on here also protrude out. So you've got that beautiful versatility. And it almost like, it's like a lift-off die as well. Honestly, Joe, these are just fantastic. And again, box making, anything like that, you're going to be able to take this into. And I'm going to try and cover that as well as lots more when it comes to this fabulous collection, because it really is glorious, and I'm super excited to be bringing this today, and it's literally going to be like a little masterclass, but don't tell Sarah.
It's going to be fantastic. Now, the great thing is, because it's a brand new launch as well, get these products home, because of course it means that we'll do a craft along with them a little bit later down the line, which is fantastic. So I know you guys have loved the craft alongs. We did 2 last week. I've got another one tomorrow with Craig as well, which is going to be awesome. It's the stacked easels that we're going to be taking you through. Big response to that, but I mean, the great thing is if you order these now, you'll have them definitely in time for when we do that craft along a little later down the line. Lots of you still chatting away. Teresa's just received the bunny and the butterfly in the mail. She can't wait to play with them. Stephen's lost his card, so we can't order anything till next week. He's so annoyed. Oh, Stephen, I really feel for you. You sure someone else hasn't hidden it somewhere? No, I'm sure they wouldn't do that to you. Lynn says, I ordered a set of floral animals yesterday, so fingers crossed they'll arrive tomorrow. Oh, Lynn, I reckon they will indeed. Christine says, I have the floral animal dies. I've used the butterfly on a thinking of you card. My husband, the critic, loved the card as well. Christine, please send us some of those awesome cards, creations that you've made to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. We would love to see what you guys have been up to. Debbie, so much you can do with these, and I'm really excited to see what you do and what you create with these today. Any questions that you've got at any point as we go through, 20% of the stock has now gone. It is very, very busy out there. A lot of you in the ordering process at the moment. We will get to each and every one of you, but we are having a big response to these. I love, Debbie, as well, that they've got that removable outside edge. I think that's something that we do so well, isn't it, here at Crafts Companion?
As well, so you know you can be guaranteed. We always try and think a little bit of how you can use it in different ways, and the fact that it's got those two pieces makes it really simple to use. You get your perfect matte and layer for your design as well, or you can use it to create apertures into boxes, apertures into your cards. We're going to be covering that on one of these because I'm going to do a diorama card as well. So there's lots and lots of different ways that you can use them, which is what I love. Firstly though, I'm just going to show you this die itself. So I am going to start with the wolf, Joe. I love this wolf. I'll just move that over there for you so you can see it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the floral design behind it, but I just think he's so striking. There's something about him that really ticks my box because I just think he's lovely. He's absolutely fabulous. But again, it comes in two parts. So you've got those two elements there where you've got this outer edge that cuts out separately, but this does as well, Joe, which makes it really versatile. So normally you'd have to pop it in there and it'd be like a lift out element, but not anymore because this one's got this outside cutting edge and then all this gorgeous design here. So let's get cracking. Shall we get cracking, Joe?
Oh, let's get cracking.
Has Craig been here by any chance?
He has indeed.
I thought so. I thought so. He's left all his things. Has he had foil press on by any chance?
He had foil press.
I thought so. Look, he's left all his plates.
What is he like?
What is he like? Wait till I see him. No, he's doing me a little favour. Bless him outside. God love him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with two pieces. In fact, do you know what? I think I'm going to have my bigger plates, Joe. Let's get the bigger plates. Let's do this in one go. Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
No problem at all. I will give you a second indeed. Loads of you chatting away. Lots of pictures coming in, which we love as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Michelle says, good morning from Roswell, Georgia. I love the drama of the wolf. They are all very dramatic, aren't they? I think as you start to see as well, Debbie bringing in some of the other concepts that she's got with these as well, you'll see just how dramatic they can be. Do you know what's really annoying? On shirts, Debbie, why do they put the extra button just there? Why do they put the extra buttons right there?
Is that on the inside?
Is that your spare
button, Joe?
On the end?
Is it your spare button?
Sorry, yeah, both of the spare buttons are here, like all the halfway up the shirt. What's going on? Keeps poking out. There we are. That's my rant for the day. Yes, I'm really excited to see what you create with these and also what Debbie creates with these as well, which is going to be fantastic. As always, any questions as we go through, get them in. Crafts TV on Facebook or, of course, Crafts Companion over on YouTube. Right, back to you in the studio, Debbie.
Right, so I thought I'll bring out my big plates instead. Let's go all guns blazing so that I can get it all done in one go rather than putting through twice. So I've got my bigger plates and my larger Gemini. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this off quite striking in black and white because I just think to get things started before we start adding colours and things like that to it. So I'm using the matte there and I'm going to have a little bit of low tack tape ready just to hold this down into place. And all I'm going to do is hold both dies with a bit of low tack tape, one there, and then the decorative elements on here, and then we're going to run these through our Gemini. So again, it's a thin metal die, so it's your normal combination for your platform when it comes to the Gemini. And if you caught Debbie with, I think it was like a masterclass. I'm sure it was a masterclass. Did she do a craft class? Craft class. That's it, craft class with all things Gemini on Sunday, I think it was, wasn't it?
Was it Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday, 1 o'clock.
I thought I did tune in and watch our Debs because that were great to be able to see how and take you back to basics. But yeah, this is a thin metal die. So not just for the Gemini though, Joe, I should point that out. If you haven't got a Gemini machine, these will go through all your other machines as well, manual or electronic.
And these will go through the MIDI, will they, and the Junior, Debbie?
Oh, now that's a very good question because these are quite a big die. So let me just take this off for a second and I'll bring in my measurements again.
I think it'll be the question, I guess it'll be whether your concept goes through, won't it? Not
Absolutely.
So much the die itself.
Plus, if you think about it, because these are separate dies, so no matter what you put them on top, absolutely going to go through. Anything though, when you look at the sizing, if you just take a look at the packaging, each one of them is slightly different, but this packaging for the Wolf is just under 6 inches by just under 4 inches. So you can see there, quite a nice substantial die, which means that it will go through your MIDI machine. However, it won't go through your Mini. Because this die's too big for that one.
5.8 by 3.9 would be the biggest platform you'd require. So yes, perfect for your Gemini Junior and your MIDI.
Absolutely. So we're going to take this out. Now, again, you've created that matte piece here. And what this bit does, if we just take this out carefully, look at that. That's it. You could even use that piece at some point. But for the purposes of this demo, I'm not using this one. I'm just basically using these two. Now, at the moment, because it's not got the elements out, we're just going to literally poke these out. Take your pokey tool or your brush or anything like that. In fact, where did I put... Joe, I've had a clear out in my bag. I was telling you just before the show, weren't I? I've had a clear out.
Debbie has cleaned out her bag and she found some atrocious things in there, but she won't tell me what she found in there.
I didn't tell you to tell them that bit.
Well, I don't know. You wouldn't tell me what was in there, but I know she said she found some horrific things in there that no woman should see, she told me.
It's the bits that, you never clear out. Do you know when you're crafting? And I bet I'm not the only one. But when you're crafting, do you know the bits that like gems on bottom of there, sticky back tape, foam pads that stuck all sorts to it. But literally, Joe, honestly, it don't bear... I'm glad I didn't do a before and after picture. No, I was going to do a before and after picture. And then changed my mind when I saw just how messy it were. Oh, it was shocking. Absolutely shocking. So what you're going to do, Joe, is you're just going to carry on poking all these pieces out. This is all the filigree bit. I think I've got a bit of glue stuck on end of my pokey tool.
You've got a sticky pokey tool?
I've got a sticky pokey tool, yeah, that's no good. But what we're just going to do is poke all these pieces out. So again, I'm just going to carry on doing this. Awesome. So if you want to be reading some comments, Joe, while I just do this part.
Jane says, love all these dies of bunnies, perfect for Easter. The wolf is gorgeous, the butterfly is beautiful, and the stag will be great for guy cards as well.
Yes.
So looking forward to getting all of them. Jean Marie's ordered hers last night. I can't wait for them to arrive. Really excited to see what Debbie does with them. Anne wants to know what is the difference between a craft class and a master class, which is a really good point, actually. And a craft class is more about maybe engaging newer crafters and teaching them a technique or a product that covers lots of different ranges. So like the Gemini or the foil press or, something along those lines. Doesn't mean to say that experienced crafters won't be able to learn something from those shows. That is not what it is. However, a craft along, what is craft class and a master class? A master class is pretty much the same sort of thing, but more advanced is what I would say. And also we tend to maybe focus on more things in a masterclass as well. So I hope that clears it up for you, Anne. Both of them, though, they are both fabulous. I can confirm. Plot twist, Debbie.
And it is. And there's so much exciting things coming up as well, Joe, isn't there? We've got some really amazing things coming along. Now, I've just backed this up. I poked all those bits out. What I actually just used, can you see? I mean, look at him on his own. Joe, look at that.
Beautiful.
Can we just hold that there for a second? I've not even put him on his backing, but I've poked all my pieces out and I've actually just run on the back using the dotty tape because we've got all this gorgeous filigree design. I'm just going to now pop my mat back down there and then I'm just going to lift, I'm just going to pop him on and get him into place because he's got a perfect mat around him. Oh, just look how gorgeous this is. Make sure you get it into place, though. I'm not doing a Debbie. There we go. There we are.
Gorgeous.
Wow, look how beautiful he looks in black and white. How striking does he look?
What's his name, do you think?
Oh, we're going to have to give him a name, aren't we? Is what he?
Reno, he could be called.
Reno, that's an unusual one, Joe. Where have you got that one from? But that is just beautiful. Look how gorgeous it looks. Can I tell you, though, perfect for paper piecing, perfect for colouring in your backgrounds, using your pattern cardstocks. I've just used black and white. It's just simply to show you how striking he is. I mean, God, look at him. Look at him. He's just so broody. He's gorgeous. I love him.
That's
He's a broody one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop him onto a card and we're going to start with one of our Sarah's favourite style cards, which is a double Z fold card. So what we've done is taken a piece of A4 card, and I'll just show you. Started life as an A4 sheet, scored down the middle, and scored down the middle of the A4 as well. And then literally I've just taken off here by taking my trimmer, I've taken off 2 inches, separating that from there to create my 2 pieces that create this lovely fold back. And what that does now is create the perfect Z fold card, because if you've watched our Sarah and many of the other team do, that's all you do. You flip that over and reverse, and you've got that double Z, and that's where the term double Z comes from. So you can see the 2 Zs together.
Or a double Z.
A double Z, yes, a double Z. I couldn't forget that one, Joe. Now, what I'm just going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to literally do a little bit of matting and layering on the back. So let me grab...
Fred wants to know if you found a cheese and pickle sandwich in your bag.
A whaty?
A cheese and pickle sandwich.
Oh, no, I don't put cheese with pickle. No.
Don't put cheese and pickle together?
No, I do not. That's disgusting. Oh, do you know, I heard you two this morning with your breakfasts. Were it you?
Talking about
just Joe?
strange things. It was Craig. I mean, we did mention it as well in the Craft Folk show. The strangest one I've heard in a long time, I know I said it earlier, is Taylor, who looks after our social media, growing up used to have peanut butter and onion sandwiches, Debbie.
Peanut what?
Peanut butter and
onion.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't sound right, does it? I bet it was quite a bit actually thinking about it. I mean, I'd give it a go. I'll try anything twice, Debbie. Me? Try anything twice. You never know.
Not twice?
I'll try anything
twice.
Try anything
once.
I'll try it. If I don't like it, I'll just try it one more time just to be sure. You know. Sometimes you change your mind on these things, don't you? In all aspects of life. Sam Walsh says, I ordered this set yesterday. Can't wait to have a play with it. Lots of you letting me know that you've ordered this and gone for it. There's loads of other extra bits on the show as well. I'm going to take you through some of those in just a few moments' time. We've got, I mean, like buses, aren't they, shows with you, Debbie? I mean, I've waited ages for one and then 3 come along at once. We've also got Creative Cravings and another chance to see Craft Folk ladies. So we've got an action-packed day.
Oh, I'm looking forward to my Craft Folk one. Foil press, love me foil press.
Well, I hope there's some left.
Absolutely love it.
I hope there's some left. It was very, very busy earlier in the earlier show, so fingers crossed we save some of those. I think those backgrounds could definitely go before that later show.
Right, Joe, I'm just going to put a piece because I want it to stand off a little bit more striking, and I've just realised I used my backing piece. Piece of card. So I'm just going to have...
You use your mat for your wolf?
I did indeed. So I'm just going to trim this down, and I just...
Do you know what? We had a picture in yesterday of someone's husky pack, you know. It was sent in yesterday. I wonder if it hasn't been cleared out of the computer. I wonder if it's in there. We could show it again because it is the most gorgeous collection of husky dogs. They all look like Disney characters, Debbie.
Oh,
and I'd love to be able to show that again.
Oh, that'd be fabulous. We've got to try and make that work, haven't we? We've got to try and make that bit work.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll have a go. Keep sending us your snow pictures as well. We're going to show you some snow videos later from here. Oh, so much snow.
Well, do you know, we've had loads at our end, and I mean, thick snow, Joe, where you just want to stay snuggled in. But little Lynn, my little Sapphire, my little granddaughter, she loves it.
Does she?
Yeah, we've got her a sledge, so she likes to go on sledging garden because I've got a nice big drive for her to go down as well.
Right.
So she loves it. She absolutely loves it, and it's lovely, isn't it? I mean, normally, last few years we've not had a lot of snow, have we? You know, we've been a little bit snow-free, so it's been absolutely lovely to see the snow and to see kids on the estate as well really enjoy that snow time. I just think it's precious, so I like it to watch. I don't like to drive in it.
No. I sent a picture of the snow this morning to my friend in Australia who was in a jacuzzi at the time in like 30-degree heat. He said, oh, it looks so pretty. I said, it looks a lot nicer than it feels. I definitely like this in a jacuzzi. Some people talking about strange things. Someone was just asking what that paper pad is that you're using. Jan asked, lovely Jan in Ravello. Hi, Jan. Ange also asking where the paper was from.
It's one of our latest ones, Joe. And you know, off the top of my head, because I don't know what anybody else is like at home, I have got way too many. That's really bad. But it's one of our latest ones that we've done. And I want to say, do you know the stacked easel one? I actually want to say it's from the stacked easel, but I might be corrected on that one.
I tell you what, Debbie.
Is our Christina Mahoney watching? Because I bet
Christine Mahoney, if you are in the building, make yourself known. Not like when you're on a plane, is there a doctor on the plane? Is there a Christine in the group chat? That's what we need to know. Let us know.
Absolutely, because I'll bet you any money she definitely would know where that had come from.
The queen of the paper pads.
She is the queen of the paper pads, absolutely. So what I've just done, Joe, is I've just used, and just literally to decorate that on my Z Fold card, and then I'm just going to bring in, and I think I'll use some of my very favourite 3D Kalal glue, just to pop on the back there to give a little sentiment, because that's all you need. The design itself speaks for itself. So I'm just going to pop that onto there. We went blank then. Did you see that, Joe? My heart went in my mouth. I thought we lost everybody.
I've never been so afraid, Debbie. It's like when you're driving on the motorway at 80 miles an hour, and not 80 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, because you're only allowed to drive at 70 miles an hour. I always drive at 70 miles an hour, never at 80 miles an hour, just saying. And you do a big sneeze, and for a moment you close your eyes, and then you open them up again. You're like, oh! Because you've got to close your eyes, otherwise your eyeballs will fall out. That's what I was told as a kid.
Oh, Joe, you made me laugh there. But there you go. Let's have a look at him. How beautiful does he look? Let me turn him that way and push him that way. There we go. He's absolutely beautiful. And that's just on a traditional double Z fold card. But into striking, even in black and white, how striking he is. I wanted to start with the black and white one to show you just how gorgeous all that design is, that filigree design, that beautiful floral design running through that gorgeous animal. Love, 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 love these. This is just the start of many, because how long have we got left, Joe? We've got loads of time left. I'm going to cram everything in and much more. I really am.
Wonderful. Very busy. A quarter of the stock has gone. The paper pad was a contemporary watercolour. Someone is letting me know in the comments. Contemporary watercolour. If you want to find it, you should do so on our website. I've just run you through a few samples to just again show you what you're getting in it, because the samples that have been created by the design team are absolutely gorgeous. You can see there that gorgeous wolf. I think we're calling him Reno. I think that's going to stick now. Then you've got that gorgeous big Schmetterling in here as well. What I love as well with this, you can, because you've got the matte layer, you can actually agitate this, and you can really make that stick up and give you lots of lovely texture if you want to do that. You've also got then as well the stag, which I think looks so classy cut in the craft card. And we've also then got this here. Love the stenciling work behind that in the greens and the yellows. I think it's a really, really lovely way of using that. If you want to grab this, £31.96 if you are in the UK. It is a brand new launch, $44.98 if you are in the US. Platinum members, you can get a hold of this today, $25.57 or $35.98. That means as a platinum member, you save £15 or just over $15, which is great for a brand new launch, which I think is absolutely awesome. Loads of, we've got some food, some wacky food choices coming in, Debbie. Susan says she loves a pickle stuffed with popcorn. Ooh. A pickle? Like a dill pickle?
Like a gherkin?
Like a big gherkin, but with popcorn in it.
Oh.
So like a pickle sandwich? No. You've really spiked my interest there, Susan. Do let me know. Jane, peanut butter and jalapeno is delicious, apparently.
Oh, blimey.
Johnny in my ear. Oof, he just went, we heard that. Some people apparently put maple syrup on tuna sandwiches. Can you imagine? Debbie wants to spat a coffee out there. My friend in Sweden, he's not a very good cook, my friend Joachim. He has pasta with tuna and ketchup. How strange is that? Tuna and ketchup. Right, I want to share with you some other stuff that is on the show. The paper pads. Now, it's a really lovely collection, this. 230 GSM. You are buying the bright. Let me show you this. Oh, let me do it this way around. Here we are. You're buying the brights, which is this one here, which is just gorgeous. It's got a really lovely fine texture to it in those really lovely bold colours. It's double-sided. It's 230 GSM as well. You're buying this one, and you're getting this one half price, and the warm tones. Oh, I love this. It's got in here, it's got that red. There's something about the red in here, Debbie. Which one is it? That one. Oh, isn't it? It's like the bottom of those fancy high heels. I love it. $29.98 or $37.42 if you want to get your hands on those there. $23.98 or $29.94 as a Club Inspire Platinum member. This one here, if you buy the pastels, which is this one. Oh, and it is beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. I mean, it's like, we've got to channel the summer at the moment because it's so cold out there. But this is like summer in a paper pad right there. It's like a lolly that you want to lick, isn't it? It really is. So you've got that one, and then you're going to get the sunflower half price. I love this one. You've got all of those gorgeous oranges in there, those pops of yellow right the way through into those gorgeous verdant greens and then down into those dark greens as well. Super gorgeous. You get that one for half price when you buy the sunflower. Don't miss out on those. As I said, as a platinum member, you can get both of those, $23.98 or $29.94 if you want to grab those. We've got some aqua tints on the show for you as well. It's a 12-pack collection. It is the Accent collection. In here, you're going to get perfect pastels, which is this one just here. You get 30ml pots of each of these colours, by the way. In the perfect pastels, you've got Moonstone, Cosmos and Rose Quartz. Then you're going to get this one. Now, this is your Glitz and Glamour, which is one of the most popular ones, actually. In here, you've got Aquamarine, Amethyst and Pink Garnet. Then we've got Summertime, which is Solar Red, Emerald Green and the Blue Topaz, and Vintage Chic, love that one, Sage, Fig and Peony. A great saving. You should be £51.96 there in the UK. You're getting them all today for £31. Platinum members, you save more than you spend, £24.80. Platinum members in the US, £38.30. Again, saving more than you are spending. So a really awesome chance to get hold of those. Right, you've been sending your snow pictures, but we've got a snow video. I took this morning when it was really coming down. Check out the snow out there in the car. Look at the size of those snowflakes. They're like massive 50p pieces. They are absolutely huge. Next time I'll video it in the other ratio. I am sorry. You can tell I'm not a cameraman, can't you, Debbie? I did it the wrong way around. Keep sending in your snow pictures. We've been sending them in already. I'd love to have a little look at some of them. Astrid, how is Astrid? Astrid is like the most glamorous person in the world. Whatever she does, wherever she goes, it just glamour oozes from every fibre of her being with Astrid. Astrid, thank you so much for sending that. You look awesome. Loving you in the wellies there, and that scarf is gorgeous. Look at this next one. Sandra's sent this one in. Oh, who's the doggy? Is that a what's it called? What are those called? Those doggies? They're called a. I can't remember. Sandra, you're gonna have to let us know. Is it one of those Japanese dogs? I can never remember the names of them.
A Akita? A Japanese Akita?
Is it a Japanese Akita? Is that
Could
what it is?
be.
I'm not sure. It's her son's puppy.
Whoever he is, he's a beauty. That's what he is. He's absolutely gorgeous.
Not really feeling the snow, a bit like us really, Debbie. Terry sent this one in. Look! That looks like she's got at least, what, 9 inches there on the table? A foot? 7 inches there.
7 inches?
7 inches.
Oh, my days.
And that's her backyard there. Amazing. Terry, I love that. Where is Terry from? Did we know? Ohio, Terry. Yeah. Honestly, I think you guys will know a lot, especially across the East Coast, have had loads and loads and loads of snow. Which is awesome. Right, details on your screen there for the aqua tints. I can see Debbie's got her box out, which is very, very exciting. We're going to change the details back to the floral animals for you. Remember, over a quarter of the stock has gone. $31.96 or $44.98 to get all of them. Just to let you know as well, if you're thinking, I don't know if I can quite stretch to all of them, you could get any 2 of these for £17 or $20. So it's completely up to you how you want to go for them individually. $9.99, $12.95, any 2, as I said, for 17 or 23. If you want to place an order, now's a great time to do so. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Click that shop the show button and you'll see all the details that you need there ready for you. I'm loving, I see some bright colours. I spy some bright colours coming up, Debbie.
Oh, well, I love bright colours. Anything bright and beautiful, like it really strikes and it really gets to me. I love bright colours. But I thought I'd make a box for this one, Joe. Love this bunny. He's absolutely gorgeous. And Easter is around the corner, can we just say? It's not that far away when you think in terms of where we are now. Because I think it's
I've already had a hot cross bun this year.
Have you really?
I had a blueberry one before I started my diet. Yeah, I had it back at the end of January.
Hot cross buns.
Hot cross buns, lashings of salted butter.
Lashings of Lurpak butter. There are other butters available. But yes, Lurpak. Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely delicious. Yummy, yum. Let's stop talking about food. Let's talk about this gorgeous design and let's have a look at this gorgeous bunny. He really is beautiful. They all work the same way. It's just a different animal where you've got all those beautiful florals around the edges there. And again, different florals. So we've mixed it up a little bit, made it a little bit different for you. So what we've got is, again, we've got those 2 pieces. So you've got the outer cutting edge and you've got the delicate part, which all the detail part, all those gorgeous intricacies. I can't even speak that word. Why have I tried to say that word, Joe? Intricate detail. That's the word I'm looking for. But what I'm going to do, it enables me to create an aperture for my box for then him to sit into. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to use this outside edge. I've already done the liberty of making my box. This is the top part that I've got here. And I've literally just taken this to fit this in, which this one is the 5x8 by 3x1. So again, it's a little slimmer on the width size, but the height size is a little bit bigger. So all I'm going to do is make sure that that fits in just perfectly into that box lid. And again, low tack tape will be your friend for this one, Joe. So you're going to pop on a little bit of low tack tape. You could, if you wanted, in fact, do you know what? I think I'll do it. I think I'm going to put them in both together because I'm going to have my bunny detail in white. So
Wonderful.
rather than waste going back in, I'm going to do it both in one because it'll cut them both out at the same time.
Sounds fabulous.
Why didn't I think of that? I was thinking, oh, I'll do it separately, but I thought, do you know what? Let's cut down a bit of time because what that's going to do, but I'm just going to make sure, Joe, that doesn't move at all. So I'm just going to pop that on both sides. So what that's going to do is cut my aperture, but it's also going to cut my bunny as well at the same time. So plates back on top. Run that through, I'm just going to tilt that slightly and let's run that through the Gemini and let that do the magic.
Awesome. We've just misgendered that puppy, I'm afraid.
Oh,
that he is a she. And she, this was the name I was trying to think of, I couldn't think of it, is a Shiba Inu. That's
She's
what the
a
dog is. She is a Shiba Inu puppy.
A Shiba
Inu. I think that's how I'm saying it. I-N-U, Inu, Shiba Inu. She's just left her family. Lainey wants to know where to send a photo. You can send them to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Keep sending your snow photos and make sure you send me photos. If you've got this collection you've been making with them, I want to see what you've been up to. Don't you, Debbie?
Oh, I do, absolutely. Because I know some of you have already been lucky enough to get hold of these. Were these the ones that went to... Did HSN have these? Did they?
They did. They were launched in HSN on the last craft day, Debbie.
I thought so, yes. So some of you will have got them. So please, I would love to see. Do you know what's been really warm in the cockles of my heart of lately? Being at home, I've noticed all the wonderful pictures that the community share, the Facebook pages share, all the work that people share. And it's lovely to see that, Joe. It really is. It's lovely to see. Now, can you see it's created my aperture for my box lid? Perfect. But I've also got my lovely design. Oh, do you know what else it's done, Joe? It's created a lovely little feature here, look.
Got a little frame.
Could use the frame as well. Look how lovely. Put a bit of coloured card underneath. I'm getting a 3 for 1. A 3 for the price of 1 because I've even got all this still to get out. Let me get a little tap. Let's do a little bit of cheating. Little tap. Well, I say a little tap. Quite a big heavy tap, but look, I've got a 3 for the price of 1. An aperture,
fabulous,
delicate detail, and then that beautiful frame as well. You know, I love that idea. Love that idea, Joe. So I'm just going to pop that to one side for the time being. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create another little mat.
Oh, your juices are flowing now, aren't they?
They are
Debbie?
now.
You're
I'm changing this up a little bit, so I'm going to pop on there as well. Let's run that through. I'm going to change that. Well, that's the joy of crafting.
It is, isn't it?
You set out with something in mind and then you want to change it, you want to add to. And I've just thought of something really nice to add a little feature in the background of my box as well. So I thought I'm just going to change this up slightly. But I'm not the only one that does that, Joe. There'll be people watching right now, so it was exactly the same. You start with an idea in your head, and then 9 times out of 10, it comes completely different to how you initially wanted it to start.
Oh, as long as you have fun. You've got to enjoy the journey.
Have a bit of fun.
Not all about the destination, Debbie.
Exactly, it's about the journey.
Enjoy the journey.
It is indeed, it is indeed. So yeah, I'm going to keep that mat now for the inside of my box. Now, what I also did, I've already done a little bit of cheating, but I want to do a bit of paper piecing, Joe.
Love it.
I cut one out in a lovely lilac, and this was me extra bits, so I popped it onto my Xyron and popped them on there ready for using to do a bit of paper piecing, which I just think is a lovely idea. So that's exactly the same. You would run through your die, but instead of throwing the waste, so you can see that middle part of the bunny there is this piece, just get them onto your, well, I know Xyrons aren't in stock at the moment, but you could do this with your tape. You could just pop it onto a piece of cards, a piece of paper ready for picking them up and gluing them into place. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just cheated by popping them on there for a second. What I'm going to do though, Joey, is I'm going to come back to my box lid. I'm going to bring in a little bit of ink. So I've got my pink tulip, and I'm just going to go around the edges, just to give a little bit of a lift, a pop of colour as well, just around the outside, and to create a little bit of colour around that.
Wonderful.
Edge.
Lots of you still chatting away, lots of you sending in your pictures, which we love, lots of you sharing ideas and creativity with each other in both the group chats as well. Also, don't forget, it is very, very busy over there. Most busy far and away for the big collection at the moment. Lots of you seeing the value in having all of them and going for those. Really, I'm always amazed how just a tiny little bit of inking, Debbie, really highlights it, doesn't it? It makes it pop.
It makes it pop off there. there, and I've literally just carried that pop off. I've literally just carried that through and just done a little bit around the edges as well. But what I have done with this, Joe, is I've popped a little bit of acetate behind the back.
Lovely.
So any heavyweight acetate, or if you like Debbie Fisher, use the inside of your, this is the inside that holds your dye together.
Oh,
so
really?
if you,
Cut it out.
Debs always thinks of ways to use, so this is the inside that holds the dye in, because she puts everything into like a magnetic fold, you know, folds and things like that. You can use the acetate that comes with there to create your own little acetate. Absolutely, why
Love
not?
That.
So I've just popped that together, and then what I'm just going to do is, before I stick this down, I'm actually going to pop on my little panels with my box. So I've got my box base here. I've got an inside part for that one, and I'll pop that on in a moment. But I've cut all my little strips to measure. Now, depending on the size of the box that you make, will dependent on, you know, the matting and layering parts that you do. So what I'm just going to do is get a little bit of all-purpose glue. I forgot what it was called, Joe.
Well, you
completely forgot what it was called. I had one of those little blocking moments of the brain.
A brain pop-off, as
A brain what, eh?
describe them. A brain pop-off.
A brain pop-off?
Yeah. I
That's
use a
a
different
new
word
one.
normally, but I just feel it's a little bit more acceptable, pop-off.
Joe, you are. You crack me up. Oh dear. I was calling it Mr. Hump Day today because...
Mr. Hump Day?
Mr. Hump Day. Well, that's what it's called, isn't it?
It is called Hump Day, yeah, but when I first ever said it, you thought it meant something completely different, didn't you?
Well, I
You
did,
were
because I'd never
questioning
heard
me.
of it. I'd never heard of it before.
Hump Day.
So
It's because if you think about, like, the week, it's all uphill, and then you get to the Hump Day, and then you get over the hump, and then all down into the weekend. That's what it's about. Nothing else, Debbie.
Well, I was thinking of you because when I got up this morning, do you know you have one of them moments where you don't know what day it is?
Yes, all the day. All the
Exactly.
time. Every time I wake up ever, I don't know what year it is, Debbie, let alone what day it is, or where I am.
Well, I'm like that, so I have to look at my phone. The first thing I do, bleary-eyed, apart from put my glasses on, is...
Do you have the moment of sheer panic that you're meant to be somewhere every time you wake up?
Every single morning,
Every single
Joe.
morning when I wake up, I look at the clock.
Every single morning.
And especially if I wake up before the alarm, it's worse. Because you're like, well, where am I meant to be? It's 7 p.m. I'm meant to be at home. Where am I? Where am I meant to be? And when it's dark, it gets even worse. Sorry, I'm on a roll now, Debbie.
Right, before I actually put this all together, I thought about putting the mat behind there so that when my box lid is over the top, you'll see that in the background before I put that little filigree design on there. So this is where I will go in with this extra, Joe. See what I mean about that. But saying that, this is from that beautiful cardstock that we've got on the show, that beautiful textured cardstock.
It is indeed. Someone was just asking me, of the cardstocks that are on the show, are they white core or are they colour core? Now, you get one of each. So the brights and the brights and the pastels are colour core. The other two are white core, just so you know. So in each collection, you get a colour core and a white core, Debbie. That's nice, isn't it? It gives you the most amount of options then that way.
It is, and you learn something new every day, because, Joe, I didn't know that.
Joe, I've found out, because I was tearing cards to see what the core was.
Yes.
And I nearly got savaged. It was honestly like an angry mob was waiting for me outside.
Was you wasting cardstock, Joe?
So basically, let me show you, after this demonstration, I will show you how you can tell.
Oh dear. Well, you know what we're like here. We don't like wasting anything, do we? We're like, you know, and if you were starting to rip poor cardstock up,
but I rip vellum, that's fine. Vellum's rippable. Look, people don't get angry when I tear vellum. For tear paper, Debbie, honestly.
Especially pattern paper. My goodness,
Yes.
don't be tearing pattern paper, will you, Joe? Whatever you do. Now then, all I'm just doing, Joe, while you've been twittering away over there, is just sticking my box together, and I'm going to pop that on, ready to pop on now. Look how lovely that looks. And it gives a little backdrop in the background as well.
Oh, Debbie,
what
that's
I'm going to
fabulous.
do now is stick him into there as well. But before I go with that piece, Joe, I'm going to just bring in the one that I've already popped on to my Xyron, because I want to do that little bit of paper piecing that I was talking about. So I'm going to pop him on into that centre part, and then I'm ready to go, and I'm going to just make sure I line him up properly. You take a bit of time. If you're at home, you'd take a little bit more time than what I'm trying to do here. But just pop him on, get him lined up, and then get all your pieces to do all the, what we call the paper piecing part. So that bit's his leg. So I'm going to go in with his leg bit. And this is, I mean, this cries out to be paper pieced, and I love a bit of paper piecing.
See, interestingly, you've decided to paper piece the animal side. Last night, Sarah paper pieced, but she paper pieced some of the flowers on the other side. So you can do what you want, I guess, can't you?
Oh, of course, absolutely, of course you can. So I'm just going to pop that on. I'm just going to have to take this off though, Joe, because my acetate's fallen off the other side. Just bear with me a second.
Not a problem. Astrid says her mum won't let her use the hashtag Happy Hump Day on Instagram anymore. She says it sounds too rude. Love that. And
I like how Astrid's mum tells her she can't
tells her off. Laura Mace is a commercial apparently with a camel walking around through the office saying, "Can you guess what day it is?" She loves that commercial, she says. There you go.
I never, do you know what I mean, Joe? Up until you were telling me, I didn't even know that I didn't even know that existed.
Oh yes,
I had no idea. Honestly, I had no idea at all. Now, all I'm doing, Joe, look, you can see all these pieces now. I mean, like I say, it just cries out to be paper piece, this bit. But honestly,
Debbie,
it's just beautiful. Look how it's
detail there. I love that the white whisker comes into the outside. How incredibly fine is that detailing?
And it is super. The detail on these dies is outstanding. When you get them home, you're going to understand what we mean about all that fine detail. But all you're going to do is carry on paper piecing that, Joe, and then literally I pop a few little gems into places. But that's how. Oh, look at Charlotte's camera work.
Oh yeah, on the mega zoom.
I just better make sure I've got everything stuck down because she's that close.
So you're like a surgeon, aren't you, putting that together?
Oh, but of course, just make sure everything's in there. So again, let's just pop that down. Your tweezers would come in handy with this as well, because you know how Jan loves the tweezers.
She does.
Honestly, this would come in really effective. But just carry on and do all those extra details. And I mean, there's things like his eye I've got on here still. But when you pop it all together, and I'm just going to bring in the finished one there, all I've done is added a few little gems just onto some of those centres of those flowers, and then I've literally taken one of my markers and this is one of our do you know our fine liners? Art liners. Thank you very much, Joe. It's one of our art liners in the colours that I've just gone round the edging just to match. I think it matched that beautifully around there. But there you go, Joe. That's how quick and easy it is to do that paper piecing.
A lot of people
wasn't that long.
A lot of people say a great Easter box, this one.
It is indeed, and that's exactly what that is. It's a great little Easter box. You could fill it up with lots of little eggs in there. Actually, you could put anything you wanted in there because it is just beautiful. And I love the idea of doing this paper piecing technique. I wish I'd watched Sarah's show last night now because I bet it looked gorgeous with florals as well. You could go the whole hog and have it all paper pieced.
You could go the whole hair.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
I love this bit.
Michelle says you could put a chocolate bunny in the box. Teresa says it'd be great for Easter. Do you know what I've just thought about whilst you've been doing that?
What's that?
I think we should have an Easter bonnet making competition over the Easter weekend.
I like that idea.
We should have a little section of the show where our expert makes an Easter bonnet. What do you think? Maybe the presenters could get involved in making an Easter bonnet as well.
No, Joe.
Oh, no.
I thought you meant our lovely viewers to do the bonnets.
And the viewers can get involved as well, absolutely. They can make Easter bonnets as well. And we can have like an Easter bonnet sort of judging. You can have an Easter...
Who said that? Who said that in his ear then?
Sorry. No. Charlotte, you don't know what an Easter bonnet is. Charlotte, you've lived a very sheltered life. An Easter bonnet is a big hat that you make. You decorate it with eggs and bunnies, and you can make them really modern. You can make them really traditional. And then you sometimes have an Easter bonnet parade as well, where everyone puts their Easter bonnets on and parades around, I don't know, the village green or wherever it is, the market square, and you judge them. Never heard of it. Do you know what Easter is, Charlotte? Okay, just checking. If you want to go for the floral animal dyes, I love you, Charlotte. 31.96 or 44.98. I was going to share with you, wasn't I, the trick how you know what a white core and a colour core paper pad is. Well, you can tell if you hold them up at the side and look here, you can see this one here is a colour core and this one is a white core. So you can see when they're side by side, it's very easy to see what one is which. You never need to tear it again. I learnt that very painfully, that lesson. So now I've worked it out. There'll be no more tearing of paper. You'll be pleased to know. Cardstock will be tearing that, absolutely. No, not cardstock, vellum, but no paper. Fancy fonts we're going to move on to. Now, I just want to share with you... Oh, God. Oh God, I'm knocking it. There we are. I'm knocking everything over. So with these, you basically, what a deal. You buy 2, you get 4 free within here, which is awesome. You buy 2, you get 4 free. So what you get is you get the die, and then you get all the stamps that allow you to customise your own sentiments. So if we look at the love one, for instance, you're then going to get things with all my, with our eye. A lifetime is not long enough. To you is in the air. All you need is story is the best, and kisses is a beautiful thing. So you can customise your own sentiment. And then this is the die cut element just here. So think about all the different colours and textures you can use to die cut it out, all the different ideas you've got with stamping. Maybe you're going to heat emboss it, maybe you're going to do resist techniques. You've got so many different options with also so many really, really usable sentiments as well. So you've got all of them in here. Loads taken care of for you. I love that you've got special and then the other. So that could be special friend. That could be special smile. That's what you've got, Debbie. You've got a special smile. Could be special love. You can use them all together, which is awesome. But get them while they're on that fantastic saving, because £11.98 in the UK, $15.90 if you are in the US. As a platinum member, shut the front door. I mean, we're giving them away. £9.58. $12.72, which is fantastic. So do stock up on those. I know loads of you got these already, loads of you use them. And what I love about them, you can create a project solely using these, and that can be the main focal point of your project, but it's also great to maybe accent other projects with as well. Loads of techniques you'll find for that over on the Crafters TV section of our website. Michelle says, on Easter Sunday in the children's Sunday school, we would make Easter bonnets for our mum to wear after services. Hysterical. Do you know what? I feel like just for Chelsea, who's Chelsea?
Who's Chelsea?
Who's Chelsea? I don't know who Chelsea is. Charlotte, just for Charlotte's. And Chelsea's not even in the comments. I don't know where that came from. For Charlotte's sake, if anyone has got any pictures of an Easter bonnet, then send them in. Do you know what? We have, in one of the pubs that we go to in Manchester, with me and all my friends, they have an Easter bonnet parade in the pub every Easter, and my friend Grant won it last year. Shall I WhatsApp him now and see if I can get a picture of his winning Easter bonnet? Yeah, definitely. I'm going to do it right now, okay? I'm going to WhatsApp him. Tell you what we need to do though before that is we need to have a little look at that get it, got it, good deal, which is fantastic. So let's take a look at it. This week it's all about your Gemini plates. Have you seen this deal, Debbie, on the Gemini plates? I mean, absolutely fantastic. In here you get 2 clear cutting plates, a plastic shim and the storage bag. Wow. All together for that awesome price of $27.97 or $42.85. You can use your club discount on it as well. We have a brand new Get It, Got It Good deal for you. It launches every single Monday and runs throughout the entire week. It's good job I said that all quickly, wasn't it? Right, I know, Debbie, you've got loads more still, haven't you, that you want to show to us. Who has stolen that first 50 minutes of this show? Where has it gone? Where's it gone?
Exactly.
Flying by, Debbie.
That's what I want to know. Where has the time gone? However, before I'm going to talk about the next demo I'm going to do, because I had a call from the boss. But I'll tell you in a minute. Just want to show you some different ways you can use these. You were talked about right at the top of the show about versatility, about these dies. This is what I'm talking about. And I'm going to show you the black and white concepts that we have. So you can take these into any style cards. That is a beautiful dome card where the base has been used to create the aperture. And then in the background, you've got the mat as well as that beautiful stag. Then you're talking things like, I mean, this is just a crazy, crazy idea on how to do this. I love this idea. Make your own shaped easel cards using the mat, and that is absolutely fabulous. I love that one. And again, the butterfly itself has got this extra element because the wing lifts up, so a part of it stays connected into the cardstock and then the other bit lifts up, which I just think is fabulous. Things like your shaker cards you're going to be able to create, things like your aperture cards where you lift these off and then you could double bubble it, I was going to call it then. Double bubble, what's that one is at home? You could double up on it so you can create extra wings, extra dimension. That's the word I was looking for.
Depth,
dimension.
Texture, interest.
Your light up boxes, and we're going to be talking this before the end of the show. I promise
these,
you,
Debbie.
I promise you we're going to do a light up box. But how beautiful do these dies lend themselves to? You've got things like your stepper cards, so you're going to be able to create these and add them onto stepper cards, which I just think is incredible. But there's lots and lots of ways. This is one that I'm going to be covering in a moment, where you can have it, where it connects connects. It's like I call the floater. It connects as the floater that connects your card together. You can create beautiful see-through card elements by taking it, very similar to what we've just done with a box, but on a card basis. And then you've got things like your easel. I mean, look how gorgeous that easel is. It's absolutely beautiful. The idea behind these is to show you just how fabulous these work, no matter how you use them, what style card you put them onto. I love this one. Let me just show you this one, Joe. Look how gorgeous that is. Absolutely fabulous. Again, creating that aperture and then creating I mean, in black and white, they just look incredible. But honestly, there's so many ways you can use. This is what we've just covered now. But still got loads more to show you, Joe. I just wanted to show you the different ways, and this is just a handful of the different ways that you can use them. Oh, I better switch my lights off, Joe. I'm gonna drain my battery. I'll be back.
You'll be back. Right, Peggy Hall, wasn't sure about this set when it was on HSN, but seeing it today, I had to buy it. Do you know what I'd like to show you? I've got a couple here from the marketing suite as well, similar to the ones that Debbie just had, and I'd love to show you that. Look at that with the acetate. It's like an acetate easel. How awesome is that? So you can see, you can play around. Imagine using some vellums behind there to really accentuate that. Is another way great way of using it. How about doing a little bit of fussy cutting and actually create, well, not even fussy cut, as it's been used as a topper there and connected to the left side. Is that called a fold back card, that one, Debbie?
It is, fold
Wonderful.
back. It's like your Z fold. It's a Z fold on its own. Fold back, it's traditionally called, but it's a Z fold.
So it's a Z fold
not the double.
without...
The double Z fold is when you've got your strip going along the bottom or the middle or the top. That's a Z fold or a fold back card.
What's that one called?
That one is a gatefold. Wait a minute, let me get this right. A gatefold pop. Wait a minute, pop out gatefold card.
Pop out gatefold card. I feel like we're on like a mastermind at the moment, you know, or like we're down a really crafty pub doing the quiz. And this one, and I think I know, is this Diorama, this one would we call
it? It is, we're going to be doing a Diorama card, yeah, in this next hour, yeah.
That was a bit like a Diorama box that you created, really, wasn't it?
It is, yeah, it's exactly the same, but just in a card version.
Lovely. Are you about to do that card?
Yeah.
You know...
No, I know, it was Sarah, she rang me last night, she went, Debs, it was so well received, you've got to do it again. She said, you've got to, I've had to do my own take on it because I didn't see what she did.
Well, I think if you do it and it wins, we'll have to take Sarah's off and put yours on. I mean, that's the law, isn't it? I don't make the rules, the law court Leanne makes the rules.
Well, I heard, because I caught a little bit of the show. I am only kidding. I do try and tune in now and again. I watched our Craig this morning, and I do try and catch people when I can. But she said to me, Debs, she actually got in touch with me. She went, Debs, you're not going to believe it when I tell you how crazy it went when I did that card. So I want you to do it again. Let's make sure that everybody gets to see it. So let's do it. So this is the one that I've had to add in extra for our stars. So I've taken myself, and I'll just literally talk you through this. This is an 8x8 card base. However, it's an 8x8 with an extra inch folded at the top. I've connected some acetate to the back of it and then pop a little strip at the bottom. It actually measures 8x8. So if you look at it that way, it looks like an 8x8 card. But when you turn it over, just by adding on the acetate, it creates that lovely see-through panel there. So you've got that lovely panel to be able to put it on. And I've created myself some little backgrounds with some stencils and some, I used the textured paper card stock, and also I've used the aqua tints as well, because we've got some aqua tints on the show, just to create all my background parts. However, let's get cracking. So I'm going to use the butterfly because it is absolutely gorgeous, this butterfly. I love the extra elements this one's got on, where it's got that lift out wing, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to pop it onto some cardstock, and I'm going to, I'm just going to use that part. I'm going to leave the base to start with for this part, but just use the decorative elements, and I'm just going to tape that down and run that through, my Gemini. Make sure you tape it down securely, Debbie. You don't want it moving while it's going through the machine. And there we go, we're going to run that through. So take that through, and you could use your smaller ones. Like I said, these will go through your Gemini Junior or your Gemini Midi, but they will also go through all your other machines as well, as long as it takes the size, which is just under 6 inches again.
Do you know what I just had an idea about, Debbie?
What's that?
No, it might be a good idea, it might be a terrible idea, it's just an idea.
What's your idea,
Joe? What are
Joe?
those cards called where it's like a folded card and then you stick them all together so they go round?
Oh, pop-out cue card.
with these, could you use one of those with them stuck together? I know that you'd have floral over butterfly on the join.
Yep.
Or what you could do is flip it so you'd have floral to floral and then butterfly to butterfly on the next join. Could you do that?
Oh,
is it an idea?
Of course you can, yeah. That's a great idea. No, that's a fabulous idea, Joe.
Awesome.
Hey, have I got, I want to know if I've got masterclass with these. That's what I'm after. I might have to do, or a craft along
maybe
with
if there's
these.
a craft along, we could do it.
Exactly. What a great idea that would be.
No, you're going to have to do your light up box if it's a craft along, I think. Because if you don't do the light up box, there's going to be trouble. See that angry mob that nearly savaged me after I did the paper tearing? They'll be out there waiting for you if you don't do the light up box. They will.
Now, before I take it out of the die, I am actually going to use it as a stencil because we forget this little bit sometimes. But you can use these as a stencil part. So again, I'm going in, I'm using fuchsia for this one, and I'm going to use the water reactive, but you could use any of the inks for this and just literally take it in. Now, this will catch the bits that aren't knocked out of the, of the die, Joe. What you just must remember is that when you are taking this off, that you wipe your die down and don't put your die back in its box with the ink on, because the next time you come to use it, you're going to be covered and caked in ink. So just a little top tip there, but it's a great way of doing it, and it acts as a stencil, and that's what I love about all of the dies. Now, I'm using a latex spongy that we do from Spectrum Noir to get into all those nooks and crannies, but your little finger dabbers, you'll be able to use as well to get into all those.
Your daubers, dabbers?
Daubers, dabbers.
What are they called?
Finger applicators.
What are they called?
Daubers?
Daubers, finger daubers.
Is that what they're called?
I think so.
If you say so, Joe. I always get into trouble with that one because I can never remember what you call it.
My friend Grant has sent me the Easter bonnet pictures, and they are sensational. We're going to get them loaded in the drive, and we'll show them to you in a few minutes. Oh, they look brilliant.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, fab. I can't wait to see them. I used to do Easter bonnets with me nanan. God rest her soul, many moons ago, because I used to love dancing with her. Do you know the old style dancing? You know, like it's all popular Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
I used to go with my nan. My nan loved dancing.
Like ballroom dancing?
Yeah, I used to love it, yeah.
Can
used
you
to get all
dance, Debbie?
dressed
Are you a dancer?
I could try. Could I do what?
Are you a dancer?
I like to dance. I can't dance, but I like to dance. Two different things. My nan were a cracking dancer.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I used to love going with her to a little place that she went to, and I used to love getting dressed up with her and dancing. So yeah, I love that idea. Joe, I don't even know why we got talking about dancing.
Dancing?
How did we get onto dancing?
How did we get onto dancing?
How did that happen?
I don't know.
It literally just, honestly, I don't know where it comes from.
Let us know in the comments how we got here. Do you know what it's like? It's like, you know when you're doing your GCSEs and you have to show the working out in the column, how you got there? That's what I feel like our shows need. We need a little bit of sort of like, I don't know, sort of running subtitles, letting people know what's happened and how we've got to places.
The thing is, you start with a conversation and then you get sidetracked really easily, and then you can't remember what you said. Now then, these, I'm just taking a bit of time for this bit, Joe, because this bit has got a lovely little feature that these little butterflies, their wings lift up. So you've got a little butterfly within a butterfly. In fact, there's three on this side. You've got one down here, but they've got this lovely feature where they actually lift up.
Them.
I love them. Oh, Charlotte's going in really close. She didn't tell me. She needs to tell me when she's coming in close. Don't come too close, them nails are looking a bit shabby.
I love that the concern there was about your nails, not about how fabulous the crafting was. Just don't see the nails.
Just making sure, but it just got this lovely element where these lift up, and I just think that's absolutely beautiful. But then this side also lifts up completely, which just gives it a whole new different lift on this altogether. And I absolutely love that. So I'm going to pop that just onto the back here of my card, because I just think that looks absolutely fabulous. So I think I'll use my dotty tape pen again. Let's grab my dotty tape pen, and I'm going to just pop on all the way around. Let's just pop that on. In fact, no, I don't want them on the wings. I just want it on this little piece. So I'm going to go around that bit. You could use things like your, when you decant your tacky glue into the bottle, and just go around that edging, but that should work nicely. That should fit on there lovely. So again, just place that down lift up wing so it gives that lovely flyaway element. You can see that how it lifts off. And then I'm just going to lift off those pieces again because I just think these are lovely. I love this feature. Now that's there on the backdrop. However, you can repeat and cut that out. And I'm not going to do that again, Joe. What I'm just going to show you is what I've done. I've already placed them and cut them and popped them onto my Xyron. So they're already sticky. Got 2 little black ones there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on my background. Let's get the background sorted. And let's just... And I've gone big with this one. Sarah did say, I think she thinks that's why we're a winner. It were big, bold, beautiful, and had a butterfly.
Oh.
And had a butterfly. And who doesn't love a butterfly? And do you know what? A butterfly with florals. I mean, come on, Joe. Butterfly, florals together.
Oh,
it's a winning combination.
Absolutely,
it's a winning combination.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be your favourite one. I think there's no doubt about that.
Well, you know, we've got lots to go. We've still got another hour? We've still got another hour, and I've still got another 3, I think, demos lined up. So got plenty to choose from today, plenty to choose from. Are we still doing demos of the day? Or demos of the show, sorry, demos of the show.
Yeah, we're going to put you in the cabinet of creativity. Sarah is up on the leaderboard. She won last week, the first one of our February card of the week with a gorgeous rose that she did. So, yeah, I mean, it's a very, very strong week already, though, Debbie. There is lots of gorgeous cards on there. Yes. You're on a win, aren't you, Debbie? Yes, you are on a win.
I've got one win, yeah.
So we've got to get the other guys off the... we need to get Debbie Fisher, Jan, and Bernie. We need to get them off of the mark. She wasn't very happy about it on Sunday.
Was she not?
No, she needs to win.
Bless her.
Jan was very, very, very close. She did my favourite card of the week a couple of weeks ago. It came second. So close. And she was very close again this Sunday with her rotation stamps that were all very, very gorgeous, I think.
Right, Joe, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place this just down onto there. Do you know, there's plenty of time. It's not like we said this race that we're doing. But I'm going to trim off these little edges as well. So I've deliberately hung it over the edge. And then I'm going to do you know what? Let's twist that a little bit. Let's twist that a little bit. So again, I'm just sticking with it. Rather than, I mean, you could lift these off. You could still have these lifted off if you want. But I'm just going to use this now as the backdrop to trim this down. So I'm going to grab my big scissors.
40% now I'm hearing. The stock has gone, Debbie. 40%, 40.
Oh,
If you're
wow.
watching this show back afterwards, definitely check the website for the stock situation. And make sure you've got these and grab them ready for that craft along, which we'll be doing in the next sort of 4 weeks or so. So we'll be definitely getting one of those planned in very, very soon, which means we're going to give you loads more inspiration. Also remember that we did this last night. There was a section of the launch party show with these, and so you can go back and watch that back when you get these home. You can watch this back, which is awesome, 2 hours of inspiration from the lovely Debbie, and you'll have the craft along to look forward to as well. I mean, we've got loads of inspiration, Debbie.
We are spoiling you. Oh no, look what I've done. I've spoilt my card. Oh, ink. I always say wipe up your things so that you haven't got ink everywhere, but never mind. So again, I've got 2 lovely ones on there, but I've still got a bit of a wing that I can literally just stick on this end as well.
You'd be a terrible burglar, Debbie. You know that, don't you? You ink your fingerprints absolutely
I'd leave everything everywhere.
They'd have you in no time.
I would. I mean, look at me. I've got all my ink everywhere on the back of my card because I'm such a messy crafter. I keep forgetting to wipe up after myself. Terrible. But there we go. I'm just going to literally just take that off, and there we are, Joe. Apart from adding a sentiment onto there, you've got this beautiful design, and you could carry that over where it look. I mean, lift them up, stick them down. It's entirely up to you. But just taking them in different colours, using it as a stencil as well, and then just doing. I mean, I love this. I'm glad Sarah said do it, Debbie, because I wasn't going to, but I'm glad I did because it's absolutely beautiful. I love the design of this. It's fabulous.
Awesome. Bonnie's got a question. Bonnie says, any tip for keeping the butterfly wings 3D after putting them in an envelope or after posting them? Great question.
So say that again.
Any tips for keeping the butterfly wings? You know they're loose and you can lift them up.
Loose, yeah.
Any tips for keeping them 3-dimensional after putting them in an envelope or after they've been posted?
Well, if you're posting them and you're sending them to somebody, you're going to have to leave them a little love letter in there and just pop a little note in, lift the wings, so that you've got that 3-dimension. Obviously, when you do flatten it and it goes through the post, it's going to stay flat. But if you drop a little note or send a little text to them, when you receive your card, you just need to lift your wings. They'll probably wonder what you say if you said that, though. That sounds a bit weird. About popping a little note in, lift your wings, or send them a message. They'll be like, what's shit about? But that's what you just need to do if you want to keep it nice and 3D.
Or maybe
I know what I meant, Joe. I know what I meant.
If you've got a
box. Absolutely a box. Well, why didn't I think of that? Might cost you a little bit more in postage. However,
Be worth it though. You don't want flat wings.
Of course. But I tend to only give boxes, handmade cars in boxes, in person, because it can get a little bit pricey when you start to do that. But if you are sending it through the post,
bill as well.
Send them what?
Send them the bill as well for the postage.
Can you imagine? This is a gift for you, however, you've got to pay for it. But yeah, no, definitely, if you're going to pop it in, just pop a little note in, wings need to be lifted, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine, Joe. Or like you said, great idea, stick it in a box.
Just if you don't pay the correct postage, Debbie, you know, they just get a letter through their door letting them know they've got to go to the post office and pick it up and pay the extra.
Yeah.
So just put a first class stamp on it and send it anyway. They'll get it then in the end. I want to recap what you're getting in here. So you are going to get, of course, that gorgeous butterfly, which is awesome. Then you've also got in here as well the glorious stag, the beautiful hare. Well, are they meant to be cunning hares? Isn't that the story? A hare's cunning.
I thought that were a fox, Joe. Johnny said, I think it's a cunning.
What hares then if foxes are cunning?
I think it's a cunning fox. I think that's what he said, yeah. Yeah,
I don't know what the hares are. And the wolf, absolutely blooming gorgeous. See what I did there? Blooming gorgeous. Floral. Get it? Yeah, I know you would, Debbie. £31.96, £44.98. You can use your Club Inspired discount on there as well. Now, a few minutes ago, we were having a bit of a conversation with Charlotte, and Charlotte has never seen or heard of an Easter bunny. So I've just texted my friend Grant. We go to this pub in in Manchester called New York, New York, and they have an Easter bonnet parade every Easter weekend, when we can, of course. So this was Grant's entry. It's Grant's winning entry. Now, it looks great in the daytime, doesn't it? Look at it in the night time, Debbie.
Oh,
it lights up.
Okay, I had to go right up close to the screen then, Joe. That is the most sensational bonnet I have ever seen.
He was dancing around that pub to steps like a whirling dervish in that. Honestly, he was like a human disco ball. They tied him up to the ceiling and everything. Yes, so thanks for sending that in, Grant. But yeah, that, Charlotte, is a good example of an Easter bonnet. What do you think? Now she knows. It's incredible. I agree. Right, Joy. The lovely Joy. We had Joy on the show on Monday.
Look at that.
We had Joy
so
on the show on Monday.
picturesque.
Beautiful. Joy is such a lovely lady.
Look at the size of that snow.
I know.
Oh my goodness, that is a big snowfall.
Lou, that's 9 inches in Kentucky of snow they've had there.
That's a lot of inches.
That is, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That is absolutely fabulous.
We've got a picture from Rosalind as well of her dog. Our dog's Rosie.
Oh, look!
Have they got shoes on? They've got snowshoes.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I need to go closer. Let me go closer to the screen.
Get in close and have a look at their shoes. Do you know what? When I went to New York, it was actually 7 years ago to the day I was in New York, Debbie, nearly all of the dogs had shoes on. It was so cold that the dogs had to wear shoes so they didn't get too cold on the pavement. It was cute as ever. They are absolutely adorable. Thank you for that, Rosalind. Christine Mahoney. Oh, look at that. It's picture perfect, isn't it? Christine Mahoney's house.
Christine, is that your house?
Isn't it? We should all go and stay. I think there's room for us all.
Christine,
room for a pony.
There's plenty of space for me and Joe to come. Look how gorgeous that is. Do you know that looks like a picturesque postcard that you see? How beautiful is that? Absolutely gorgeous.
Really, really gorgeous. And Mariah's been very busy as well with this one. Love that.
Love that. That is beautiful.
And Mariah's also done this one for us as well, which is fantastic.
Beautiful work. Absolutely gorgeous.
Really loving that. Really beautiful. Thank you for sending those in, all of you. Lynn says the Easter bonnet is fabulous. It was fabulous, wasn't it? Stacey says, what an awesome hat. That is some bonnet, says Mariah. Margot says, I put a little note in and I pop a little bit of bubble wrap under the wings. What a great idea that is. A little bit of bubble wrap under the wings keeps them nice and dimensional. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful idea.
What a great idea.
Yeah,
I never thought of that one. Yeah. Never thought of that one. That's a fantastic idea. So thank you for sharing. That's what this is all about. Sharing ideas, tips and things. I never even thought about the bubble wrap, and that's a cracking idea. Absolutely.
Really, really awesome. Keep sending your pictures in. Janet says, OMG, great Easter bonnet. I know, it was fantastic, wasn't it? But yeah, so hopefully, I mean, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if there'll be an Easter bonnet parade at the pub this year. Maybe the pub will be open, maybe it won't. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we can have a socially distanced Easter bonnet parade. Let's hope that we're able to do that. Very, very busy on this big collection at the moment. There's lots of other stuff, 40% gone. We are very busy across lots of things on the website. Let me share with you the swash stamps. These are fantastic. So these are great for different types of like your journaling, but I think they're also wonderful for putting on the inside as well as the outside of cards. You know, there's a lot more, I'm seeing a bit of a trend at the moment, Debbie, for cards that are quite minimal. You know, that are maybe a little bit pared back, maybe some smaller cards. If you enjoy making those kind of cards, as well as the more is more style of cards, these are going to be great for that. So you've got the birthday swash sentiments. You've also got your Simply Said. You've got the With Love. And you've also got Just to Say in here as well. Great for bullet journaling. Great for planners, if you're into planners. A friend of mine, get this right, this still makes me laugh. A friend of mine that we know, someone, a crafter, Carla Bagshaw it was, she said that she had been booked to appear at Planner Fest. And do you know what I said? That sounds like a well-organised event. Still makes me laugh now. Honestly, still makes me laugh. There is no space in Christine's house, apparently, for us, according to Sally Bond, because it is full of paper pads. There you go. I don't doubt it. Bonnie's just opened her own card shop on Etsy and she just got her first sales through. Well done, Bonnie. Thank you, CC team, for all your inspiration, tips, live streams and amazing products. Bonnie, you are more than welcome. And that's a really great point. If you are making to sell, of course, everything that we bring to you, Branded Crafters Companion, absolutely knock yourself out. You are more than welcome to make to sell, which I think is something we forget about sometimes, don't we, Debbie? Because there are a lot of people out there with cottage industries, you know, their little own online card shops, and it's a really good way. Maybe you're using it as a way to fund your crafty habit. Maybe you are doing it for charity, but whatever you're doing, you're more than welcome to. Please keep getting your pictures in to us. Please keep having a chat and a gossip with me over on Crafters TV on Facebook, also across on Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Right, Debbie, what have you got planned for us next?
Well, I was going to do my light box, but you came to me a bit too early then, Joe. Just getting ready.
Oh, don't you worry about that,
I was
Debbie.
going to do... Shall I show you?
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to do one of my favourite things, and we're going to do a lovely light box. Now, mine's got a little bit battered, so you're going to have to excuse me, because transportation-wise, it kind of got squashed in the car. I didn't realise.
No.
I know, it's my own fault. It's my own fault. But we're going to make a beautiful feature out of this. Now, I've chosen craft card and black cardstock because I just think it looks really, really stunning. And I've got my little lights all ready, Joe, so let me just do my little light up. Here we go, let's get them switched on. But look how gorgeous. Imagine putting coloured lights in there or something like that. But honestly, these are so easy to do, and they just make a lovely feature in the centre of your table, or as a gift to somebody, to be fair. You could, even if you didn't want to put lights in there, let's take the lights out for a second. Even if you didn't want to put those in there, you've got a beautiful box that you can send to somebody and gift to somebody, and then fill it with lots of things. You could just use one side if you wanted to, or you could go the whole hog and go and do a full light box there. And that's exactly what we're going to do, Joe. So
awesome.
Let me turn my lights back off. Give me a second. I'm nearly, well, I'll tell you what, let's get cracking.
Are you there?
Am I what? Am I ready?
Are you there? I mean, are you ready? No, I know you're here. I can see you here. I meant metaphorically, are you here? I mean, are you there? You know, do you know what I mean? Omnipresent, Debbie is omnipresent.
I am here, yeah, I keep forgetting sometimes, I keep forgetting. Now, I'll tell you how this started for me. This is some craft card. Now, craft card is one of those gorgeous papers that we do, and I say papers, it's cardstock, and it's so lovely as well. You can die cut into it, do lots of things with it, and we sometimes forget about craft card, how sensational it actually is. So that's why I've chosen this. This is the A4 size cardstock that we do, craft card. Now I'm going to give you the measurements so that you've got the measurements of this, because I've already done my scoring and my measuring, but it is at 11 inches that I've cut this to, so that part there is 11 inches, and then this part is actually the full length of the cardstock. So if you think about how A4 starts, it's the full length of the A4, so I've not actually chopped any of that down. It's just this part that I've chopped down. Right, so scoring wise, and I've just been trying to find my scoreboard, Joe, someone's had a clear up. They've had a clear out. It's all nice and tidy in here from the last time I come. I tell you, they've been looking after it really well. So I'm going to give you where you need to score. So once you've done this part, these are the bits that you're going to score. So you're going to score at firstly 1/2 inch down this side. That creates your little lip that's going to fit onto the edge of the box and bring this box together, because you're going to cut this out twice. You're going to cut this piece twice at those measurements. So again, do exactly the same on both pieces, 1/2 inch in, and then you're going to also score it at, and if you just bring this, you can either fold it up and do it this way, depending on the size of your scoreboard. This one is at 5 1/4. From this end. If you were thinking of how it is across the board, we're talking at 5 3/4 is where you're going to score that down. Okay, so there's the two scores that you've got: 1/2 inch, 5 3/4.
Fabulous.
Yep, fabulous. And then you're going to turn it around onto its sides, and you're going to score this at 2 1/4. Okay, so that's how you're going to create that, and you repeat that twice. What you then do with the flaps is that you're going to trim them. So you're going to trim your piece off here. So can you see this bit here?
Yep.
You take your scissors and cut that out, trim it off so to give it a nice little neat edge, and then you just do exactly the same. So you take your scissors and cut up to that first centre line and just trim off either end, and it just makes it a nice neat finish. And exactly the same on this end, you can actually just pop a little piece down there as well. I've kept this nice and flat because I want a nice sturdy bottom. So that didn't sound right, but I know what I meant. So there we go. So we're going to just pop that down for a second, and then you're also going to take a piece of square piece. Sorry, Joe.
Honestly, with your flaps and your solid bottoms and your neat flat, honestly, I can't keep up, Debbie. I'm taking all of my might to hold it together over here. I'm trying to be the utmost professional that I can, but you're testing me today.
I couldn't think of a word to use, but it is a sturdy bottom. That's what I need, a sturdy bottom. But this piece is 5 1/4 square inch, and that fits at the bottom of your card to give you that sturdiness.
Karen Carter wants to know if you'll put these measurements on your Facebook page after the show.
I will do indeed.
Thank you.
I will do indeed.
Thank
so
you.
Definitely. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this gorgeous, gorgeous stag, and it really is. It's got that beautiful floral feature, and again, every single one of these comes in that two-part element where you've got your outside cutting mats, which can create all those apertures which we talk about, and that's what this needs as well, Joe. So I've got my decorative elements for another piece, but what you're going to do to create this now is you're going to cut it on all 4 sides. So I've got my 2 pieces, and you're going to run that through and cut it 4 sides. So I'll just do it once first to show you what I mean, for anybody just tuning in and probably thinking, what's she on with this one? What's she on with her sturdy bums and all the rest? So
no
just
one
pop
said
that
sturdy
down.
bum.
Oh, I
It was
called it a
Ben
bum
said
now.
sturdy.
Oh,
Ben said sturdy bum the other day because he
bottom.
couldn't think about it.
A sturdy bottom.
Well, you want a nice flat bottom is what you want, don't you?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So you're going to run that through your machine and just pop that in there.
Mariah wanted to know what the black line on your scoreboard was indicating, Debbie.
Right, so I know, well, when we first came into, do you remember the olden days when we were back in the other unit?
Back in the day, when it was all black and white TV?
Back in the day, I didn't have my scoreboard with me. Now up here, they keep them nice and clean. Not when I'd finished.
Right.
I took my marker pens because the reason I have it down the middle of, and you can do it on both sides, but one side's just as good. When you want to score things on diagonals and things like that, you need I need a visual, because all the numbers are all, they're not coloured, they're all the same colour, so it's all purple, this board. I need something strong and visual, so that's why I pop a line down the middle, black marker pen, something that doesn't come off, so one of your, your permanent markers, pop a line down there so that when you are doing things like a diagonal fold or anything like that, you can be sure that you're not going to miss, it's not going to come off the board because you've got your black line as a visual line to be able to do that with, and that's why I have them on the boards.
Without
and that's
it,
why
Debbie,
we've got them all on here, up at head office, because Debbie took a marker out.
Without it, it's a bit like, when someone prints a spreadsheet and they don't print the lines on, and it's just all numbers on a big blank line. That's what it reminds me of a little bit. Yeah, it does make total sense to have that line on.
Yes, yes. I think it should have come with the line personally myself, but that's just me. And it just makes it nice and easy to, to understand and to see. It's always the same for me. I've got to see things. Somebody could read something out to me, but it wouldn't sink in unless I actually read it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
It's a visual thing. That's what I like. That's why I like things like these craft classes that we're doing right now, the craft along backgrounds that we're doing, because it's a visual thing that you see and it sinks in a little bit better. So with that said, Joe, you're going to repeat this 4 times, and you're going to do this on all 4 sides. And then depending on what you want to use, now I've taken some of our vellum, because nothing better when you've got a light up box to be able to want that translucency. Ooh. What a big word for me, Joe. That was a big word.
Translucency.
Translucency, yes. So that you can see those beautiful lights coming through. Now, that's what I've used on this, and I'm just going to speed that process up to show you what I mean. I've just taken it and popped it onto the back. So you can see I've used some wet glue there. You could use your tape pen, your tacky glue. Just take care not to seep it through on the end. But that gives us that lovely translucency feel through there, so that you can see your lights coming through. And you're going to do that on all 4 of those pieces. So repeat that 4 times. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the stag and we'll do a little bit of cutting. So you're going to take him, pop him onto some black cardstock, or any chosen coloured cardstock. It's entirely up to you, but I thought craft and black work beautifully together. So I thought let's have a bit of both. So and then it depends again, if you're going to do it on all 4 sides, you'll need 4 pieces of this, or if you're only going to do it on one side, just cut it once. It's entirely up to you. A light box doesn't always have to be every single design round on each side. However, it's most effective when you can see that on all 4 sides. But if it's a personal choice and you only like 1 or 2, then that's entirely fine. You've got all the, well, you will have all the measurements. I will put them on my Facebook page. Sometime later today. It might actually be tomorrow when I can pop those on, because I'm here till late and then I've got to travel home.
It's a full-on Debby day, isn't it?
It is a full-on Debby day, and I couldn't be happier. I'm in my little happy zone when I am. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a Debby tap.
Kay says she loves the way you explain what you're doing as you go, Debbie. It's a great help. And Laura says, way back in the day in 1st grade, we used to make Easter bonnets out of paper plates and decorate them with ribbons and any other things you could find. Very fun memories.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I used to do it. Crepe paper. Do you remember crepe paper? I know it's not very popular at the minute, but
crepe paper, yes,
crepe paper, yeah, you can still get it. I think they make paper flowers out of crepe paper now, Joe, if I think rightly. But I used to love decorating a Easter bonnet up. Because that's why we were talking about dancing. Because I said I used to do it with my nan, and they used to have an Easter bonnet competition every year. That's where the dancing term came from.
You can go dancing in your bonnet. In fact, I highly recommend it.
Now, when you
just make sure your eggs aren't loose. So can you imagine, you spin round, someone brings you on a spin in, one of those flies off, take someone's eye out. Honestly, you have a right lawsuit on your case.
You would do indeed. Now then, all you're going to do when you've cut your 4 out, and I've already stuck 2 of mine on, so I'm just going to bring in the one that's got the 2 pieces. So you're going to just now stick these onto that base. So again, I've used a Xyron for speed, but you can use your dotty tape pen or your things like your tacky glue. But you're just going to pop that into the centre there, and I'm going to repeat that for this one. Isn't it gorgeous? Black and craft. It looks absolutely beautiful. Matte black cardstock and our craft cardstock, along with our stamping cardstock, are my staple go-to all the time cardstocks that I use the most, and it's the one that I put the most order in for because I absolutely love it. Now then, we've got 4 pieces, Joe, so we've got two identical pieces, same scoring, same sizes, same cut marks, and the same design, and it's all ready to put together. So let me get rid of some of my rubbish, Joe, because I'm got a bit messy here.
Oh dear.
Before I do, and before I stick it together, I've just literally chopped up, using our guillotine, some of my black matte cardstock to add a little bit of an extra dimension. And this is just literally for a little bit of decoration, just to give round each one. So I'm going to do this on all 4 sides. And it literally is just to add a little bit of decoration to my box. And I just think it makes it pop a little bit more. Again, it's that pop factor, that wow factor. And you could do this with the coloured cardstock. That textured cardstock would look lovely with this to add a little bit of colour. If you're choosing different colours, I've gone with matte black cardstock and our craft card. So I'm sticking with that theme all the way around.
This monochrome is very classy, Debbie. It really is.
Don't these dyes lend themselves to monochrome features? Do you know, monochrome designs? They really do. Just because it's that striking floral animal feature there. It's just so beautiful, and I just think it just calls out to be used for monochrome, and that's exactly what I'm doing here with these. And I'm just going to finish that off, and that'll be all 4 strips, all 4 sides done. There we go. And then we're going to put as box together, and literally now, because you've got these 2 small pieces here, these 2 tabs, I'll call them tabs because that sounds a better word, you're going to just attach these to each other. However, when you're popping it together, you don't want your tabs to your tabs, you want your flat sides to the first tab, so that tab will connect to this straight side. So I'm going to bring in now, let's just get me normal tape runner, pop that down, and then literally connect that together, the 2 pieces. You could use things like red liner tape as well to strengthen it if you want to keep it, you know, nice strong. But this is extra strong adhesive, so I know that it's going to work just as well. And then when I turn it over, I'm going to pop a little bit down onto this tab here. So this tab's going to have the glue. So let's pop that down all the way down.
It appears, Debbie, you are single-handedly harming the US economy.
Why?
Because you're making Mariah makes me want to call in sick so I can craft all day. Mariah says Debbie makes me want to call in sick so I can craft all day. We can't have all of our viewers calling in sick. You know, the US economy will come to a grinding halt because of all this craftability.
But that now is all connected together. What we need to do is connect these tabs at the bottom to me sturdy panel. Sturdy panel.
Reinforcement panel.
My reinforcement panel, that's the word I'm going with. Yes,
and you're
that's the word I'm going with.
going to stick that to your tabs.
I am. I know, I'm just thinking, I was trying to think really quickly, Joe, to get myself out of any bother. But I'm just going to do this now, and I'm going to do it on the other one as well. In fact, I'll do it on all 4 sides. It'll give it a little bit of strength, just as long as you don't stick it to your mat. I'm having a bit of trouble with my tape pen, Joe. I think I'm coming to the end of another tape pen. Do you know, I think what happens is, you know, before you arrive, we get all the nearly ended tape pens, we take all the full ones out, and we bring them in and put them in, because we know that Debbie loves a nearly used up tape pen. We don't do that, but that's how it feels, isn't it, Debbie? It drives me mad, honestly, it drives me mad. Now what I'm going to do is, because I've got all my tape on there as well, makes it a little bit easier to put my bottom part on. So I'm just going to stick that on, and then when you turn it over, you can literally just force that down there, and I say force, it's just making sure it's all stuck. You could add a little extra sturdy panel in the middle as well to make it really nice and sturdy, but we've got the elements now of, if you just spin that around, of the box. But what I'm just going to do, Joe, just to add a little bit of decoration, I've taken some florals that I've had in my crafty stash, cut them out in black, and I've took a bit of foliage, I can never remember that word. I have to say it slow.
Forget fabulous. Debbie's is foliage. Foliage. Boom.
Definitely foliage. Yes. We'll go with that one. But I'm just going to add a little bit of, because I want something to be like the front feature of this. So I'm just going to pop on a little bit of decoration around here. Let's pop him. We don't want to cover him up, so I'm going to pop him up to there, and then I'm going to pop a little one going down. But yeah, we've had loads of dies recently, haven't we? With lots of lovely foliage.
Terry is saying, I can see Debbie winning for the week again with this creation.
Aww.
I think so too. Charlotte absolutely loves this. Charlotte says she would love to have something like this in her living room as a little light up feature.
Oh, bless her. Well, it would. You know what? We talk about card making and all those kind of things. What we forget is gifts too, because I love the idea of a gift to someone. And wouldn't this look beautiful? And I'm just going to pop in now. Let's pop in my lights. Just make sure. You can buy these absolutely
Beyonce
anywhere.
Says, turn the lights on. There you go.
Yeah, we need to dip the lights. We can't dip lights in here now, can we? We used to be able to do it before. But there you go. You've got that beautiful feature. And the reason I've popped a little bit of foliage and florals down this side...
Apparently I can just turn them off.
Oh, apparently
right,
can
hang on, bear with.
Fabulous.
I'm going. This is fun.
Oh,
which one is it? Studio, which one is it? All of them.
Oh, look at that, Joe!
Shall I put them back on?
That looks amazing. Yes, please. I can't see a thing.
Oh, now I'm going to add special effects coordinator to my CV after that.
But there you go. Anybody can make these. They are super easy to do. I will put all the measurements and everything, all the score lines and everything like that onto my Facebook page, so you've got an idea, something to go back on if you don't, you know, sometimes it's difficult to go back and watch the shows. So I'll give you the measurements. I'll pop that on my Debbie Robinson Crafters Companion page. It will be tomorrow though, and I'll put some pictures there as well with the markings on, so that you've got step-by-step tutorial. You can have a little craft along with me, without me, if that makes sense. But it's there for you to use, and just make your own take on it. Use your different cardstocks. I've just used black cardstock and craft cardstock just because I wanted to keep it quite simple. And for me, sometimes that simple is quite striking and you know, a bit stunning as well. So it looks absolutely gorgeous when whatever colours you use this in. And whatever background you choose as well. I've chosen vellum to have that nice translucency, but you could do it with things like coloured vellum, parchments. We've got some beautiful parchment papers recently with our collections. That would look sensational behind there because it's got added colour in as well. But so easy to do, very striking. And these dies call out for you to be making light boxes. So if you do make them, I want to see them. Pop them on my page and let me have a little nosy at what you do, or share them along the Crafters Companion page and things like that, so we can have a little nosy at what you get up to with these dies, because they are beautiful.
They really,
and crying
really are.
out for things like this, home decor pieces.
Laurie says, oh my goodness, this is such a great technique, Debbie. My brain is going into overdrive with the ideas that I can use vellum with these. Absolutely. Do you know what I think is nice about them, Debbie? Because they have a lot of aperture, it gives you a lot of options, doesn't it? To create texture, to create interest, whether it's inky backgrounds, whether you're paper piecing, whether you're going to use, corresponding cardstocks. Maybe you're going to, think about your glitter cards, your mirror cards, your matte mirror cards. You've got so many options. You could basically create the same card, I think, in easily 8 to 10 different ways, and it's the same card shape, the same principle, but you get a completely different look. And when you think about how you can do that on all the different card styles, with all the different options you've got, I think you begin to see that £31.96 or £44.98 is a minimal investment for the amount of craftability that you're going to get out of these. Also, think about being where you're at in our Club Inspire, because Platinum members, £25.57 or £35.98 to open up a whole new world of creativity, which I absolutely love. Almost half the stock has gone. If you are watching this back at a later date, please do check the stock. Check the website for the stock situation. Hadassah says, oh my goodness, now that is an awesome source creation. Laurie says a box of tissues would fit in there beautifully.
Ooh.
That is a great idea.
Absolutely, I like that one as well, Joe. That's a cracking idea.
Really, really awesome. Very, very busy across everything, actually, that you've seen in the show. There are loads of other stuff. There's loads of other stuff in the show which I'd love to share with you. The aqua tints, which are our jar inks. Debbie, I don't suppose you've got a jar of any of our jar inks over there to hand, just to show us what the look like.
I can go and get you one.
No, it's fine. I'll get one in a second. I just wanted to show you an actual picture of what the jar looks like. This is the colours that you are getting just here. So you're going to get the gorgeous perfect pastels. You're also going to get the glitz and glamour. You're going to also receive the summertime, and you've got the vintage chic in there as well. So make sure you do grab those. When they're on a great price, you've got a great saving. Here's what they look like in the packet. Sorry, I just think sometimes it's nice to have that visual representation. There you are. So you can see there the 4 different colours, 90 mils in each. 360 mils of incredible ink for £31 or $47. If you are, of course, a Platinum member, you'll be looking at £24.80 or $38.30. Do you know what that means, Debbie?
What's that?
It means you're going to be saving more than you're spending, which is what I love, especially when we're talking about premium Spectrum Noir products. Not very often we get the opportunity to save that. Loretta says, awesome, Deb. All in capitals, by the way. Awesome, Debbie. I definitely ordered this set. Beautiful, Debbie. Demo of the show in capitals, says Teresa. We're going to have to vote because we are, we're a democratic kind of channel, but I think it's going to be a clear winner, isn't it? Susan says, I love a light up box, Debbie. This is gorgeous. Love it. Lots of you are loving it. Do you know what I love about this collection? I think it perfectly demonstrates or articulates why we have Crafters TV. Cheryl says earlier, what? Sorry, sorry. They're like, what are you looking at? I'm not looking at anything. Oh, it's Adam. He's being a bit creepy looking through the window of the gallery, apparently, and it's putting us all off. Adam, you're affecting the output. Let me go back to Cheryl's comment, because it really was one I loved. And this perfectly, for me, Debbie, articulates why we have Crafters TV. Cheryl says, I'm not going to lie, I bought these on HSN day. I got the Stag and the Wolf home, and when I got them home, I said, why did I order these? So they're sitting on my desk at home, ready to be sent back. Well, now I've seen all the demos from Sarah and Debbie, I will be keeping them after all. And that's what it's about. It's about us allowing you to get the most out of what you purchase. The worst thing that can happen for us is that you buy something and you put it in a cupboard and you never use it. That's not what we want. We want you to get everything out. We want you to use everything, craft with everything, give those beautiful creations to other people and make those other people feel as awesome as you did when you were getting the products and when you were crafting with them yourself. It's all about creating that love, spreading the love, and just making beautiful, beautiful things. So I'm so pleased that you've decided that you're going to keep them, Cheryl. Now, something else I want to share with you, an absolute essential, is the Get It, Got It, Good deal that we've got running over on the website at the moment. And it's our Gemini plates, the 2 clear cutting plates, the plastic shim, and also that gorgeous bag to keep them all nice and pristine in as well. $27.97 or $42.85 if you want to get your hands on those ones. Dee says, oh, Dreamcatchers, hi, greetings from Germany. Hello to Germany. Katja. Hello, Katja. She said the animal dyes are so beautiful. I love the wolf and the bunny. Now I think I need a lot of black paper. Thanks for the inspiration in your show. You are more than welcome. Dee says she's just received the 12-pack of liquid ink and had a play with them over the weekend. She absolutely loved them. So glad that you are enjoying them, Dee. Remember, if you want to get your hands on them, $31.96 or $44.98. Now, did you want to do another demo and then vote, or did you want to do the vote now, Debbie, and show us your sort of finished one? We could vote on your... Have you got a pre-finished one?
We can do, yeah.
Does that work for you?
Absolutely. Do you want to get them all in then? Right, so what we started with was that gorgeous, I love him, just think he's beautiful. So we started, shall we just say the names of them? So
yeah,
this is
name them what you want.
Wolf. We'll just say wolf.
Oh.
I'm trying to, oh no, that didn't sound like a wolf at all. But yeah, absolutely, that's the wolf one. So we did the wolf one. We did the box bunny, so we said bunny. We did the bunny one there, we did a bit of paper piecing. Then we did the boss's request, which was the butterfly. So shall we say butterfly for that one? Absolutely gorgeous. I love that one. However, just saying, perhaps I don't want to go up into competition with Sarah because I'll lose. So perhaps not do that.
If you win, I mean, it's a lose-lose situation is what it is, Debbie.
Then we've got the light-up box. Let me put my lights back on there. So then we've got the light-up box, shall we say, stag. So we've got the stag there with that beautiful light-up box there. So personally, that's my favourite, but I'm not trying to sway anybody, but that's just my favourite. I just love light boxes. Anybody who knows me knows I love making them. And then lastly, I'm going to finish off with, can't say butterfly again because this is a butterfly that I'm using. Diorama?
Yeah.
You can do a diorama. So there's your choices that you've got, because that's what we're going to make next.
Okay,
so,
brilliant.
Yes,
you've got
absolutely
10 minutes to vote. 10 minutes. Who is our social media superstar? Let me check. I think Melissa is there today. I thought I saw Rachel there as well a little earlier, but Melissa is going to correlate all of that. Don't vote twice. If you do vote after the allotted time, your call may still be charged, but your vote will not count. I've always wanted to say that, Debbie. I feel like I'm on Saturday Night Takeaway.
It's almost like that Saturday night one, what Dermot does, where when he does
do you know I could do it, but do you know
I've
what?
always
I've got
wanted to do that, but I can't spin. I'll end up falling flat on my face.
I've got a mat, and I've also got grippy new shoes on. I would put my foot up to show you, but my jeans are so tight I can't get my leg on the counter. I'm sorry.
Right, Joe, so shall we get on with the last demo? So, first things first, to make this lovely diorama card, let me just move that plate out of the way. I've taken some white stamping cards. So this now is 9 inches by 6 inches in size. So I've done 2 pieces of this already. So I've got 2 pieces, 9 inches by 6 inches. You take your scoreboard again and you're going to score 1 inch, then 1.5 inches, and then spin that round and do exactly the same. An inch, and then half an inch. So it's an inch and an inch and a half if you were looking at your scoreboard. And you do that 4 times and then just fold those in. So you've got this lovely feature where it creates, it's like a box diorama, where you can create that lovely, I mean, it looks sensational.
One of your favourites, would you say it's one of your favourite card shapes, this one, Debbie?
Oh, yes, I love that, but
the TP's got to be your favourite, isn't it?
I love TP cards. I'll make, you know, I absolutely love them, and I could make them till my heart. Honestly, they're just fabulous. I'm into my cube cards as well at the minute, a bit of dimension.
You've got lots of favourites, so you like a triple easel.
Loads of favourites. In fact, I think I had a sneaky peek that I've got a show with the scoreboard soon.
Oh, have you?
And I'm going to be doing lots of different style cards coming in March.
I'm excited for that.
Just shh. Should I have said that? I shouldn't have said
sneaky
that.
Peek.
Yeah.
Honestly,
sneaky
Kat's
peek.
well and truly out of the bag.
Next month. Right, so what I'm going to do to create my aperture with my paper, and this is just a little top tip, because I get asked this a lot when they see those apertures. How do you get your paper to line up neatly? Well, you could cut them out separately, Joe, and then try and line it up. But I think, why would you waste your time when you can do it in one go? Now, don't forget that this dotted tape pen, if you just pop a little bit in each corner, what you can do is hold it into your cardstock. So you can place your cardstock. And all I've done with this, Joe, is I've measured it with a 1/4 inch increment all the way around. So when you think about how that folds up, and you look at that now, that's a 6 inch by 6 inch, if we talk about the dimension. So that's a 6 inch. So this piece here, this pattern cardstock, is 5 3/4 square, and so that gives me that little bit of a white lip around the edge, and I just think that looks really nice. However, it's not stuck down fully, which means I can now create the perfect aperture without having to worry about matching and lining up white card to pattern cardstock. Do it all in one go. So literally, I'm just going to take some low tack tape, I'm going to hold my aperture down, and let's just make sure I've got that nice and central. There we go. So I'm going to hold it into place with a bit of low tack tape.
Where's this paper from, Debbie?
Oh, you've asked me again, Joe. It's one at Recent Ones. Do you know what?
Is it Caring Thoughts?
No, it's not the Caring Thoughts. Oh, it is.
Caring Thoughts.
Wait a minute, it is the Caring Thoughts. Yes, I think you're right. Joe, well spotted.
Thank you.
Well spotted.
It'll be my chosen subject on Mastermind, Eurovision, post 2015, and Crafts Companion paper pads. They're the 2 things I know the most about, apparently. I know. Also, what I was going to say is, wouldn't it go well with the Butterfly Garden collection, that die, Debbie?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What I love about all of these is that they're going to work with lots of collections that you already have. And that's what I love about these dies as well, is not only just the papers, but they'll work with, you know, with absolutely anything. But what that's done, Joe, look, it's like a cheat's way of lining it all up. So I'm just going to lift that off gently, take that around. What I've actually got is a couple of bases as well. Not only have I created myself a little aperture, careful with the paper, Debs, careful with the paper. There we go, take that off gently. Gently does it. And then all I've got now is I've got a couple of pieces. Let me just make sure I've got, take it off gently, Debbie, I've just said gently. What I've got now is I've got a couple of pieces that I can use as a mat in the background if I want to use, but I'm going to place those to one side. But what I've actually got, Joe, is the perfect cardstock aperture cut with the pattern paper on, and then you can just lift it off and just take your time, or better still, rather than lifting it off, let's get some glue on and just stick it down, because that is super strong glue that I've held it into place with. But it means now I've got the perfect aperture with the cardstock on there. How good is that? That's fabulous. A little cheats way, a little tip there for you. But it just makes it a little bit easier when you come in to line it up rather than having to match them up separately. Now, what that's then going to do, Joe, is it's going to sit beautifully in there. But for the time being, I want to add a little bit of paper in the background. So I'm just going to use some, I'm doing it again.
You're going to call it the runny glue?
Yes, I was.
I know, you can call it what you want to call it, Debbie. Don't worry, I'll translate, Debbie.
Runny glue, but it's low purpose glue. Me runny wet glue. But yeah, you know where I'm going with that one, didn't you?
I do. We're in tune.
Read me like a book.
Upside down?
Have I got it upside down with paper? Oh, well spotted. Well
Johnny,
spotted.
not me.
Save me there, Johnny. You saved me there. Did you hear him whispering in my ear? Thank you very much. I should have looked at my bird. I wouldn't have realised them. Can't have an upside down bird.
Might be one of those special breeds that flies upside down. You never know. Special type of bird.
Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take this tab to this tab and connect that up and pop that on. Make sure you're just connecting just this tab here. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side as well. So I'm just going to take some tape, just run that down, that 1st inch tab there, and I'm going to do exactly the same. Bring that into line and just line it up, and that creates now my base. So I've got now, and this is lovely because you can pop this into a 6x6 envelope, and I say a 6x6, you probably just have to put it in a little bit something bigger because you've got your little tabs hanging over the edge, but it folds nice and flat as well, so you can get it for postage wise, you can get that in there. Now I'm just going to run a couple of pieces of patterned paper just down the edges of my tabs here, just to bring it in line with the rest. And I've chosen, and don't ask me, Joe, which one this is from, because I don't think this is from Caring Thoughts. Can you recognise this one, Joe?
Well, no, this is like...
Sometimes I just use scraps.
When they pay you the first half a second of a song and they expect you to know it. There's too little that piece for me to guess that one. I bet there's people at home that can do it.
They will. There'll be people out there that'll recognise where it's come from. So there you go. You've got your base sorted. Now what we're going to do is... And I've taken, again, using that outside die. Don't drop it now, Debs, you're nearly at end. Hang on a minute, Joe.
You're just going into basement there. She's back.
I'm back. Outside die, and I've taken some watercolour cardstock and I've just popped that over the top and then given it a little bit of a hint of colour with the aqua tints.
That is beautiful,
so that is
Debbie.
just a couple of colours that I've just popped on there to add on. And then when you run through your die, and rather than wasting one of these mats, I could put the decorative element, when Debbie can remember where she's put it, pop that through your machine again. And I'm just thinking, have we got time to do it? Yeah, we have, haven't we? Let's run that through one more time. So I'm going to, rather than waste that mat, I'm going to pop that onto there. I'm going to hold it down again with some low-tack tape. Pop that on. Bit of low-tack tape down there. In fact, I might have to secure this down a little bit more than 2 pieces for this bit. And I've got to stop reusing and reusing the same pieces of tape. Is anybody else out there that's exactly like me? I use the same bit of tape over and over again instead of being less frugal, because there's so much tape on those tape things, isn't there? It's silly of me. It's silly. We just run that through then, and what we're going to do is use that then, the decorative background there, we're going to pop that butterfly onto the top. So I'm just going to wait for that to run through. This is when I should have used my smaller plates. That's when I should have used my smaller plates, Joe. But what that's done is created, again, we've got a little bit of an extra here, Joe. Because when I take all this off, let's give that a little bit of a... I've got an extra bit, look. I can use that bit for something else. Don't waste that, don't be throwing that away. I'll give that a little tap and then literally just poke out the last few pieces that have been left in there. And again, you've got a beautiful feature that you're going to be able to create. Oh, come on, there we go. Let's put all those last pieces. That's going to sit onto the top of that background there. However, do you know what I feel like doing? I feel like getting a bit of sparkle. Have we got any spray down here, Joe?
I mean, you're a woman that embodies sparkle, aren't you, Debbie?
Oh, I love sparkle. Now, I don't know where Brenda's disappeared to, so I'm just going to take a piece of...
She was out yesterday, Brenda. Yeah.
Was she out yesterday?
She was, yeah, she's been on holiday. She's been over to the States. I don't know how she got there with the flight ban, but she managed it, yeah. She's back again.
Yeah, I'm just going to get a little square because I want a little bit of glitter. I could have used my sparkle pen, though, my clear overlay sparkle pen. But what I'm just going to do is, oh, look at that. That looks nice, Joe, doesn't it? Acts as a little stencil. Oh, what an idea. Die cut your piece, acts as a stencil. That's another little little way of using it. How about
creating a background, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, please.
That'd look beautiful as well, wouldn't it? So what I'm just going to do now is I'm just going to stick it onto there. However, that's still a little bit wet, so I just need that to dry off for a second. But what I'll do is I will... Let me just give that a little... Where's my stick and stay gone? Here it is. Let me get another squirt in, but this time with some stick and stay. That's my adhesive on this one, Joe. So I'm just going to give it a little few sharp bursts. There we go. And that it will enable me now to pop that back onto my mat. So again, just pop that down. And again, you've got that option of having the wing lifted up. But look how lovely that looks. And again, when that sparkle's all dried, Joe, it's going to look absolutely fabulous. But I am going to just lift that up before it sticks down because I want those 2 wings there to stick up. Let's just get that up and lift that up before it actually sticks, and then just stick down where I want it to stick. There we go. Perfect. It's got that lovely feature where the wings just lift up, and again, it's absolutely beautiful. It gives it an extra dimension, and I just think that's really lovely of this butterfly one. But you can see now that beautiful delicate detail in the background coming through. Think about all your sparkle pens and all those kind of things. And then I'm just going to slip it into place in the background, and you can do this before you put your card together, or you could do it afterwards. But I'm just going to pop it in, lay my card flat. Let me pull the card flat. There we go. And then just pop that down.
Oh, that's the top tip, Debbie.
Exactly. And another way of getting it in so that you know it's directly into place where you want, and then let that dry. And then all I'm going to do is add a little sentiment on there. Let me just bring in... In fact, let me bring in my chunky glue for this bit. Let me take those off. Let's just bear with me a minute. I've realised my fingernails are a little bit too long, Joe, for me foam pads.
Not a problem. Rosalind, no, Laurie says I do. I use the tape until it won't stick anymore. Rosalind's got these on the way. She missed them on HSN. She got them here on Crafts TV, and she's really pleased that she'll get the points on those. Mary's so pleased that she's got the Floral Animal Collection. The more demonstrations, the more inspired I become. Sonia says, Debbie, I have removable tape always stuck on the edge of my Junior, so I can reuse them. Do you know where I end up with tape stuck, Debbie?
Where do you end up with it, Joe?
I've even been to work before, gone home, showered, and been on a night out, and been in the pub and reached behind my ear, and I've got a big bit of sticky tape behind my ear that I've used to stick my talkback unit in. I've gone to bed and woke up the next day and thought, what on earth is that behind my ear? Massive big piece of sticky tape. You must have done that before.
Oh, I've definitely done that before. But yeah, there you go, Joe. So we've got a lovely diorama card. I've got the butterfly wing lifting off there, so I've kept half of it lifted up there, so you can see you've got a bit of extra dimension popping out there. But look how gorgeous these are. They're absolutely beautiful. Whether you cut them out in white, black, coloured, sparkle, whatever it is, the medium that you want to cut it out into, you can be assured you're going to end up with something really beautiful. Goes with any type, any style card. It can act as a topper for a card. It can act as, incorporated into your design like a diorama card or an easel card or things like that. Hopefully I've covered quite a lot today so that you can get an idea of how you can use these beautiful dies. They're all gorgeous. We've kept it nice. I mean, I don't know how Sarah sat on her hands, because to keep it to 4 animals, I think was very brave of her, because I know that she'd got a lot more planned that she wanted to bring. However, keeping it to these 4 beautiful, I want to say simple designs, but I feel like I'm taken away from how gorgeous these are. But they are simply stunning. They create beautiful, clean cards regardless of how you use them. I love them. I know the rest of the team do. And from the buzz that I've heard over, Facebook and all the groups and forums that we're in, I know that you're loving them as well. If you've been sat on that fence, I hope I've given you a little idea on how you can use them. It's a fantastic price for all 4 of those in all these multiple ways that you can use them. I just think it's a great deal to get it today, and I definitely think if you have been sat on that fence, get off, pop them in your basket and get these home and try them and share your makes all over Facebook so we can all see.
Yeah, absolutely. And make sure you tag us, Crafters Comp TV on Instagram as well. If you put them on your stories, we love seeing them there. Yes, if you are, as Sarah would say, don't get a sore bottom sat on the fence. Do grab them. We need to pick that winner, Debbie, and you'll be very pleased to know, Debbie, that the light up box has won, which is fantastic. Debbie, you are one very talented lady, says Tiny. Mariah says, thank you so much, Debbie, Joe, and the CCTV crew for another great show. You are more than welcome. Do you want to just leave us with one more little bit of inspiration, Debbie, before we go? You got time to inspire us a little bit more, I think?
Yeah, well, I just said to you that there's lots of ways you can use, and so I'm going to show you with the black and white concept suite so that you can actually see what I'm talking about in the ways that you can use them. Very similar to what I've done, but this is a dome feature where you're creating that outside mat to create that beautiful aperture, and then you've got that gorgeous design inside. Lots of ways you can use them. You can keep them just simply as toppers on the front of your cards. You can take them into things like your shaker cards, because again, you just lift that aperture off the back, pop your design in the background, and then literally pop your acetate over there and your shakers, and you're good to go. Stick them onto the front of a stepper card. That's exactly what you can do. You can use them like we did with one of those designs, where you can use them to create that lovely element of connecting cards together. Again, just simply using it as an aperture there.
Love
with
that one, Debbie.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Easel card, so you've got an easel card there where you can see that lovely design. I know my pattern there is probably reflecting from my shirt, but you get the gist. Different style folds of cards, and again, using that aperture to create that lovely effect, I just think is simply stunning. But again, Joe, so many ways that you can use these. A great topper, a great box gift there, a little gift bag for someone, or little light up box.
Yes, now we're cooking.
Exactly. I'm so pleased you've chosen that one. I love light up boxes. I just think they're fabulous. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that, Joe. I've really enjoyed this this show. It's been fabulous, and I'm glad the boss let me loose with this one, because she knows how much I love my die cutting. Right up my street, these. They are absolutely fabulous. So I'm glad she let me do the launch day today and be here with you all as well.
It's absolutely a pleasure to be here, as always. I just want to quickly remind you what you're getting in there. So you are going to get the floral butterfly. You're also getting as well, remember, the stag, the hare, and the wolf in there as well. Remember what you'll get. I think they are in essence a creator card. I mean, they're kind of that kind of size. They're a really good size. And I think to get 4 of them for £31.96 or £44.98 is incredible value for money. Platinum members, you're all getting, all of you out there will be getting some sort of discount, but platinum members, £25.57 or £35.98 is your price, with a great saving. Saving over, Debbie's moving out. She's gone. She left the studio already. 2 of these for £17 or £20 if you wanted to. Cherry pick, not individually, £9.99 or £12.95. However you want to get them, whether you're going for 1, 2 or all of them, absolutely do, because I know you're going to love them. Do not forget to check out your baskets. There are a lot of you with very full baskets right now over on the website. Debbie, we are back together, aren't we, again, for Creative Cravings?
Oh, we are
indeed. We're going to get inky, and I hope there's going to be shaving foam, Debbie.
I forgot my shaving foam. I've left it at home. I need to go and grab some. I might have to send someone out to go and get me some shaving foam.
Do you know where we can get shaving foam from?
Where?
Granny's Choice, next door. Boom, we'll send Jake.
Might have to send Jake. Let him leg it round there.
Fabulous. Can't wait. Right, make sure. I mean, we've got to have shaving foam, Debbie. You know, maybe Ben's got some shaving foam in the clean room. We'll check. Yes, make sure you join myself and Debbie for Creative Cravings in an hour's time, which is fantastic. I don't want to call it a beginner's show, but it's definitely that one point of the week where we sort of take things back to basics a little bit, maybe give you a bit deeper explanation than we normally would. A great opportunity for you to field your questions about products on the show, but actually questions about any kind of crafting. They are all more than welcome in our Creative Cravings show in 1 hour's time. So 4 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. If you're on the East Coast, which is 8 a.m. if you are on the West Coast as well. Please don't forget to check out your basket. It's been a truly fabulous show. I really look forward to doing a craft along on this in the coming weeks as well. So make sure you've got your products ready for that incredible craft along show, which is going to no doubt be quite fabulous. Myself and Debbie are going to have a little bit of lunch, aren't we, Debbie, and a little bit of a natter. I've got a great Greek salad. She's got a sandwich. I will see you back here in an hour. Take care.